noches, prácticamente ya más noches que tardes. Bienvenidos a vuestra casa, bienvenidos a la jornada 3 en este partidazo entre el Real Madrid y el Real Club Deportivo Mallorca en el Santiago Bernabéu. Imágenes de hace prácticamente unos instantes, la llegada de todo el conjunto mallorquinista del equipo con las nuevas incorporaciones. También ya está allí también Jan Virgili, que llegó el otro día. Vemos ahí a Samu Costa, Martin Balgen, todos y cada uno de los protagonistas llegando al Santiago Bernabéu. Un Santiago Bernabéu que hoy el Mallorca vuelve a visitar con esa espinita clavada después de su última visita, que fue la temporada. Ahí está. Jan Virgili, el jugador recién incorporado a la plantilla del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca. Lo que estábamos diciendo, un Mallorca que visita el Santiago Bernabéu con esa espinita clavada de la temporada pasada, donde hubiera podido sacar un empate, pero en el último, prácticamente en el último segundo, el Real Madrid puso el 2-1 en el marcador y fue el conjunto que se llevó los 3 puntos. Estuvimos muy cerca de sacar un empate, que todos sabemos que en el Santiago Bernabéu es complicado sacar puntos de allí. Es tan complicado que la última vez que el Real Club Deportivo Mallorca sacó puntos de Santiago Bernabéu fue en la temporada 2003-2004, y no es que sacara un punto. A esa temporada sacó los 3 puntos y ganó al Real Madrid por 2-3. Ha llovido ya bastante, por lo tanto es hora de nuevo de volver a sacar puntos. Por eso nosotros también ya estamos preparados. A mi izquierda, mi compañero Sandro. Sandro,
¿cómo estamos, compañero?
muy bien, tercer partido que estás aquí, no te pierdes ninguno. Encantado de que estés.
Para una victoria, aunque sea en el Bernabéu.
Eso es, encantado de que vuelva a estar aquí, sobre todo un partido difícil, complicado como es ante el Real Madrid. Y hago la que había comentado ahora. Como parte del Real Madrid, que también se ha reforzado mucho en este mercado de verano.
Cambiar jugadores nuevos, no es el mismo equipo, y entonces un poco cómo se encuentra. Lo que está claro es que no será el mismo partido y esperemos que tampoco.
El Mallorca que ya sacó, ya sabe lo que es puntuar esta temporada. Su último partido ante el Celta de Vigo, aquí en el 1-1. Ahora hay que ir a buscar los primeros para este partido. Ya veis, servidor Lorenzo, encantado, buenas noches. Nuestro hombre clave, el hombre que todo ve, Damián, muy buenas noches desde el Santiago Bernabéu.
¿Qué tal, Llorens? ¿Qué tal, Sandro? Así es, desde el Santiago Bernabéu, en el que el Mallorca en su primera salida ojalá pueda lograr su primera victoria. Ya lo habéis comentado, no será nada fácil. Por aquí salen muy pocos puntos con destino a los equipos rivales, pero el Mallorca ya sabe lo que es ponerle las cosas muy complicadas y sin ir mucho más lejos. Y también lo habéis comentado, la temporada pasada estuvimos a muy pocos minutos de rascar un puntito aquí del Santiago Bernabéu. Para intentar irnos al parón internacional con un buen sabor de boca, Yago Barrasate, que apuesta por un 11 con algunos cambios incluido en el sistema. Vamos a repasarlo porque el técnico de Berriatúa, que sale con Leorman en portería, Livicenko, que ha salido a calentar hace unos minutos y que ya está junto con el resto de los dos guardametas del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, y con Luivi, el entrenador de porteros. Por delante de Leorman estará, atención, una línea de 3 centrales conformada por Antonio Raillo, Martín Ballén y Kumbula. Carriles para Mateu Jaume por la derecha y, ojo, Toni Lato por la izquierda, también una de las novedades. Medio campo para Sergi Darder, Manu Morlanes, que vuelve tras cumplir sanción, y Pablo Torre. Y arriba, en su primera vez, los dos juntos como titulares, Morlanes vuelve tras perderse el por son
última hora prácticamente. Pues de 5 creo que con vamos a ¿qué te parece? Arriba de referencia están que coincidan estos y luego vuelve de
a ver, yo creo que es una 11 que tiene sentido también el equipo área o esa central dijimos, ¿no? Tiene desde el año. Luego en medio volvemos final que incomoda entonces poder tener esos 3 balones. Esos 3 te da jamás. Y luego se dobla no solo a Murici como a veces te dejaba, ¿no? Tener a solo. Entonces ahora al final que es verdad que Murici tiene esa permite en algún momento meterse en una línea de 4 y quedar como un 5-4-1 a la hora de defender.
el último con atención del área y tal. Está bastante bien.
Muy bien. Es verdad en esto con mucho con un tante
Madrid, lo que llevamos en estos dos goles a favor y no le han encajado ningún gol en contra. La línea y poder tapar a este Real Madrid que ahora se encuentra donde en el Osasuna y ante el Real Oviedo pues ganó por 0-3. Dicho esto, Damián, creo que no hay que hacer esperar más. El entrenador del Real Madrid, ¿qué 11 sale hoy en esta jornada 3 ante el Real Club Deportivo Mallorca?
Victoria del conjunto Real Oviedo, Xabi Alonso que sale con Thibaut Courtois en la línea de 4 atrás con Hausen y Militao como pareja de centrales, Álvaro Carreras y Trent, Sander Arnold, y arriba, tridente ofensivo conformado por Kylian Mbappé, Mastantuono y Vinicius Junior, un Madrid que tiene las ausencias de Bellingham, Mendy, Camavinga y Endrick.
Ahí está, gracias Damián. Pues 11 titular de Xabi Alonso del conjunto del Real Madrid también ya lo tenemos sobre la mesa. Los dos conjuntos recuperan su sitio, ¿no? Recuperan ese 11 titular que es Militao, Alexander Arnold y Vinicius Junior respecto en el último ante el Real Oviedo. Vamos, ¿no? Que el Real Madrid ganó por 0-3. Un Kylian Mbappé que está y como podemos ver que presenta pocos cambios, esos 3 cambios sí que presenta Sandro. ¿Qué te parece?
también tiene haciendo Xabi Alonso marcar el que está disponible, ese tiene opciones de jugar y lo vimos que por ejemplo no se casa con nadie. Xabi Alonso creo que es un poco que lo marcó el de clubes y luego es verdad que no tienes disponible a Bellingham, Arda cumpliendo cada vez que sale, les das esa oportunidad. La defensa al final vamos a ver gente joven, gente pero que siempre ha rendido y al final no tener lateral izquierdo está teniendo Álvaro Carreras que está jugando cada partido, está cuajando buenas bastante. El tema de Mbappé hombre que decías, ¿no? El año pasado Pichichi, este año lleva ya 3 goles en 2 partidos. Entonces es un jugador a tener en cuenta. Y yo creo que habrá que estar muy pendiente. También es verdad que el Madrid ha mejorado mucho, por ejemplo, este año a nivel defensivo. Ha cambiado, por ejemplo, el otro día, ¿no? La presión es más alta, es más intensa. Y eso también hace que recuperen más balones y les rematen menos. Les rematan menos. Pero sí es verdad que necesitan más remates para meter gol que a lo mejor en otras temporadas. Entonces, si el Mallorca es capaz de intentar aguantar, que el Madrid no pueda rematar, que le cueste, que no esté cómodo, ahí es donde van a pasar también parte de las opciones de llevarse algún punto desde el Santiago Bernabéu.
Bueno, Real Madrid, que lo hemos comentado, ¿no? Que en estas 2 jornadas no le han marcado ningún gol, como tú bien el conjunto de Xabi Alonso ha implementado ese nuevo aspecto, ¿no? Que es la presión alta y que no ha dejado que ninguno de sus 2 rivales, tanto Osasuna como el Real Oviedo, pues corran hacia la portería de Courtois. Y que también yo creo que tenemos que fijar un poco, porque si hablábamos de Vinicius, que es un jugador eléctrico, un jugador que no para de trabajar, también está Franco Mastantuono, ¿no? Que prácticamente lleva 2 partidos, que llegó los últimos en llegar, y también es un jugador muy eléctrico, que ya lo dijo Xabi Alonso en sus de prensa, ¿no? Que le da esa electricidad, le da al equipo, ¿no? Ese jugador eléctrico, ¿no? Que muchos equipos
claro,
necesitan.
Es ese jugador que diríamos nosotros con desparpajo, ese jugador valiente, que es joven, que no le camiseta, es un club muy importante en Argentina y al final parece que no, pero jugar a esa edad, uno de los líderes, mucha presión, que le fue porque aquí en el Madrid a muchos jugadores le pesa la camiseta a los primeros partidos, a él no, y a pesar de su juventud es un jugador con mucho talento que encima tiene está aplicando, yo creo que de eso se está aprovechando mucho el Real.
Pues ya son piezas de ajedrez para este partido que va a arrancar 9:30 en el Santiago Bernabéu. Ahora nosotros hace nada acabamos, pero ¿quién nos puede dar la pincelada, mejor pincelada para saber lo que se viene en este partido? Es nuestro técnico, es Yago Barrasate. Vamos a escuchar las palabras de Yago Barrasate. Damián.
Sí, Jones, ya estamos con el míster, con Yago Barrasate. ¿Qué tal, Yago? Muy buenas.
Buenas.
Escenario y partido de gran dificultad. Venimos de ese punto de confianza frente al Celta. ¿Cómo afronta el equipo el partido de hoy?
Bueno, con gran ilusión. Son escenarios complicados, pero es que sin ilusión en estos campos no tenemos nada que hacer. Entonces, bueno, hemos entrenado bien, hemos preparado bien el partido, ahora falta ejecutarlo, pero sobre todo tenemos mucha ilusión porque sabemos que el reto es mayúsculo.
Dijiste ayer respecto al Real Madrid que ataca con más orden y que por eso están corriendo menos hacia atrás. Hablar del plan de partido en el Bernabéu es complicado, pero ¿cómo se buscará que en ese sentido puedan sufrir algo más?
Es un equipo que es difícil robarle porque tiene, pues eso, lo que he dicho, ¿no? Orden a la hora de atacar y una secuencia de pases muy larga. Entonces, bueno, robar está bien, pero lo que no tenemos que hacer tampoco es desordenarnos nosotros, ¿no? Aunque ellos tengan el balón, pues estar bien defensivamente y luego cuando tengamos nosotros, pues bueno, ser valientes también, que ellos sientan esa amenaza y que el partido no solo tenga una dirección.
Eso te iba a decir, ¿no? Más allá de esta circunstancia, repetir un poco lo que funcionó la temporada pasada durante muchos minutos en este mismo estadio.
Sí, creo que hicimos un buen primer tiempo, nos pusimos por delante, luego es verdad que ellos cuando achuchan pues es complicado y bueno, se nos escapó en la última jugada, ¿no? Bueno, si nos acercamos a ese tipo de partido, pues seguramente tendremos opciones.
Y a la última, recuperamos a 3 jugadores muy importantes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. I'm going to be your host for today's fixture. We have a very exciting one coming up. Today we have Real Mallorca facing up here, up against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu Stadium. We're just about 30 minutes away from kickoff, as we have quite a late kickoff in today's matchup. We kick off at 9:30 Central European time. So yeah, quite a late one in general, but either way, we're here to enjoy it. We're here to showcase it, and we're here especially to talk about it. So we're going to talk about the pre-matchup. We're going to talk a bit about both of these sides, how it's been this season and last season, but especially showcasing Real Mallorca and their new talents that they have to show out here today. So let's jump right into it, and let's just talk about, straight off the bat, the last time out for Real Mallorca, last week out. And if you did tune in, you would know that Real Mallorca faced up against Celta Vigo here at the Son Mosh Stadium, where it did all end square with both teams taking home a point each. So it was a draw last time out for Real Mallorca up against Celta Vigo. Not a terrible result, but they did want the win. It was Javi Rueda who took the lead on late in the first half for Celta Vigo, but again, it was a few, in the last few minutes of the match before everyone had lost hope, Mateu Jalma stepped up to get the equalizer for Real Mallorca and ended up equalizing within the last few minutes of the matchup. So a big draw and a very emotional one for Mateu Jalma, as it was his first goal at Son Mosh here at the Real Mallorca Stadium, and he's been struggling quite a bit with the past few years with injuries and bad performances. And now he's come out, he's helped his team get the draw, and he's definitely been a spectacular player this season, so very happy for him. Glad he could get the equalizer and help push his team on forward. It was, in my opinion, Real Madrid should have been taking the win in that match. They created plenty of occasions, they had plenty of chances, 12 shots for Real Madrid, only managed to get 4 on target. But either way, it was a very good match from Real Madrid, and it's a shame they couldn't get the result. But either way, at least they could manage to get the equalizer in the last minute to at least give some of the people a bit of hope for today's matchup, because we all do recognize that it's not going to be an easy one for Real Mallorca, and they have quite a lot of tough challenges out here tonight. Now, if we're talking recent form from both of these sides, Real Mallorca have won 0 out of their last 2 matchups in the LaLiga division. Of course, the LaLiga division has just started, but most of the teams have only played 2 matches. Real Mallorca have lost 1 and drew 1, so they haven't managed to win a single one yet. Real Madrid, on the other hand, have won both of their 2 matches that they have played at the start of the season. And, nothing crazy there. You would expect Real Madrid to be winning both of their first matches. I don't think it's anything bizarre. I think everyone expected, for Real Madrid to win both of their first matchups. But either way, enough talking about that. We're going to check out last time out for Real Madrid, what did they manage to do last week out. And they did face up against Oviedo at the Carlos Tartiere Stadium, where the visiting side did take home the 3 points, winning 3-0 Real Madrid, with Kylian Mbappe scoring both goals, and then Vinicius scoring later on in the match, scoring the last goal, scoring the third one, just secured a victory 3-0. And, not much to talk about there. Very dominant display from Real Madrid up against the new Oviedo side, who just got promoted this season. And, of course, it's always hard for these smaller teams, right when they come up from promotion, to maintain and, facing Real Madrid in your second match when you get promoted. It's got to be tough. So, yeah, no surprise there for Real Madrid. No surprise in the recent results for them. Now, if we're going to look at the table real quickly, and Real Madrid are currently sitting at 18th place with 1 point in the table. Again, there's not much to go off of as we've just started the division, so I don't really think where you stand in the table right now means a lot. So again, they only got 1 point, meaning 1 draw and 1 loss. And Real Madrid, on the other hand, are sitting at 3rd place with 6 points on the table, winning both of their matches. Matters of fact, if you do have your screen up, if you are looking at the screen, you can take a look at the highlights for Real Mallorca's last time out up against Celta Vigo here at the Son Mosh Stadium. That, as I did mention, did end in a draw. Some big saves, as always. No surprise there from Leo Roman, who, by the way, the last time this goalkeeper came here at this Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, he averaged 12 saves in that matchup. Yes, 12 saves for Leo Roman the last time he came here. So a big performance by him last time he came here, and a big performance by him last week out up against Celta Vigo, making some big saves. There was Javi Rueda's goal just before the end of the first half. Of course, the goal, it came out of nowhere. Real Mallorca were so dominant up until that moment, up until Celta Vigo absolutely came out of nowhere. They weren't creating much danger, they weren't creating much of a threat, but all of a sudden they just came out of nowhere and managed to get the lead. So that was a bit of a disappointing one there for Real Mallorca. But either way, in the second half, Real Mallorca, they kept up the intensity, they created occasions. They were very good. Again, they were good, but they just couldn't manage to get the goal. But luckily for them, Mateu Jalma stepped up to get the equalizer late on, and again, some big saves there by the Celta Vigo keeper, by Radu, and a very good display. If you did miss it, as it was a very intense last few minutes, and Real Madrid, they were even pushing on even more and more. They almost even got the winner with it just within the last few seconds of the match. So despite getting the equalizer, they kept on pushing, to get the winner. And look at the defense here, by the way. Look at the track back there from Sergi Darder. He's all in his own, though. Celta Vigo player 1v1 versus Leo Roman versus the keeper, and Sergi Derde just tracks back. Look at him, he doesn't give it up in the sprint, gets all the way back to help defend for his team. Things that you love to see from that Real Mallorca midfield that has been very impressive so far this season. Looking at the likes of Pablo Torre. By the way, there's the goal there, you know, Marc Dominic, he just manages to keep it in play, kicking it up in the air. Abdon Prats, there it is right there, he keeps it in play. Abdon Prats leaps up, gets a bit of a touch on in the head, and it just falls so perfectly to Mateo Jama, who does very well to take a touch, position himself, and slot it into that top right corner. So a good display there from Real Mallorca. And as I was just saying, you know, it's been so impressive from Pablo Torre, the new signing for Real Mallorca this season, coming from that Barcelona squad. He's been linking up and playing so well along the sides of Sergi Derde and Manu Morlanes in that midfield. They've been very, very impressive. I've been a big fan of it so far. Hopefully they can help out here again at the Santiago Bernabeu, one of the toughest stadiums, not just in Spain but in Europe, not just in Europe, in the whole world. One of the toughest stadiums, you know, one of the biggest teams in the world. But again, last time Real Mallorca came here, it definitely wasn't a bad result. And matters of fact, we're going to dive right into that and talk about that right here, right now. So the last time these two sides did face each other was all the way back out in May, again here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, where surprisingly Martin Valgent scored early on to take the lead, but it was shortly after in the second half where Real Madrid scored 2 goals, unfortunately, to get the win and win the match 1-2, scoring that second goal, scoring the last second winner in the 95th minute. It was Ramon who got the late second winner. A big heartbreak for Real Mallorca as they put in such a good performance up against this Real Madrid side last time here, especially Leo Roman. You know, big credit to him again, making 12 saves last time he came here. You know, no words are needed for that stat. Absolutely incredible from him. And there he is again, that man right there, Mateo Jama, who scored last week out for Real Mallorca, who is currently Real Mallorca's maximum goal scorer with 1 goal to his name. You know, in the last 2 matches, Real Mallorca have scored 1 goal, and it has been him. So I guess he is the man to keep an eye on. He is starting out here today, playing at that right wing back. So hopefully, maybe he can get another one out here today. We'll see if he can help push his team on forward. But again, the last time Real Mallorca came here, you know, only losing 1-2. Martin Valgent taking the lead early on. And Real Madrid only managing to bring it back within the last 20 minutes and scoring the winner literally in the last blow of the match. I remember it perfectly. We were watching it here on the YouTube Play Red channel last season. So a very good performance from Real Mallorca last time out here. You know, hopefully they can do it again. And the difference is, I think, between this season and last season are the new additions. Of course, you know, looking at the squad, a lot of it is very similar, but there are some new names. We have Kumbuya, the new centre-back that Real Mallorca have signed from Roma on loan this season. He's starting out here today. Then, of course, we have Pablo Torre in the midfield. We have Mateo Joseph up front, starting with Muriqui, the Leeds player that Real Mallorca did get on loan this season, who also plays for the international Spanish under-21 squad. So, you know, lots of new names in this Real Mallorca squad, but the rest of them all very similar. We did see them last time out here. So hopefully these new additions can help push this team on forward. And I expect at least a decent performance from Real Mallorca. I think when they do tend to play these big sides, they always tend to put in a good performance, you know. The first matchup for Real Mallorca this season was up against Barcelona. And if you did watch that, up until the 20th minute, it was a very good match. And then, of course, the goal from Ferran Torres, the controversy with the referee, it all just went downhill. The players started to lose their head. And I think the match was done from then on forward, which is a shame. But looking at this Real Mallorca side, they do know how to cause trouble to these big sides, and they do know how to play at big stadiums like this. So hopefully, you know, I think most people, most Real Mallorca fans aren't even asking, you know, for a victory, but just a good performance. I think that's the main thing out here today. You know, the squad, they come here knowing, most of them thinking, you know, most likely, yes, we're going to lose. They're going to, you know, it's a big team, it's Real Madrid, but, you know, as long as they put in a good performance, I feel like that's all that matters, you know. Of course, they want the victory. Of course, they want to draw any sort of points they can get out of this match would be massive. But again, I think a good performance is really all that matters out here today. And there's Mateo Joseph, as we can see there, warming up for this Real Mallorca squad, and he's one player that I think has been spectacular for Real Mallorca ever since he has arrived. You know, he just looks so dangerous up front. He's very quick with his feet. He gives good passes. He takes shots on. For me, a very, very good striker in this Real Mallorca squad. And it's something that I think he can help push his team on forward today. And again, Pablo Torre, the new addition coming from Barcelona too, can also help push his team on forward. So very excited to see from him. One thing, the elephant in the room that we haven't even mentioned yet, is the new signing that Real Mallorca made just 2 days ago, which is Jan Virgili, the player coming from the Barcelona under-19 academy, is here. He is on the bench out here today. He's just arrived for Real Mallorca. And if he comes out, if he does make an appearance out here today, that will be his Real Mallorca debut. So very excited to see him too. Again, Real Mallorca have been making some big moves this summer in this transfer window. So we're excited to see those new players that help push on the team on forward. And we'll see what they can do. Now, one thing I think that's very interesting, if we look at last season for Real Mallorca, their maximum goal scorers were Vedat Muriqi and Kyle Larin. You know, Vedat Muriqi, he's starting out here today. By the way, they both got 7 goals each, for those of you who didn't know. So combining 14 goals between those two last season. Impressive amount of stats and impressive amount of goals. And there he is, the man that I was just talking about, Jan Virgili, the player that Real Mallorca have just signed from the Barcelona Academy. So excited to see him again. He's on the bench out here today. Hopefully we'll get to see him make an appearance. But one thing, you know, I do want to mention is the 2 goal scorers last season. Of course, Vedat Muriqi is still here to push his team on forward. I think in this preseason, at the start of the season, he's just lacked a bit of confidence. You know, we saw him last season. When he does get in form, he's a very good goal scorer. And I think Kyle Larin had the exact same problem when he was on form, when he had confidence. He looked very sharp, but as soon as he dropped confidence, he just seemed to struggle a lot. And that's something that I think Vedat Muriqi is also struggling with right now. He does recognize it. He does say, you know, in those player interviews that he needs to be better. So he does recognize it, which is always good. But even looking at Kyle Larin, he's not a player that's in the bench, and he's not a player that's in the lineup at all out here today. And of course, the rumors have been going around that he is looking to make an exit. Most likely he will. And, you know, Mateo Joseph here to replace him. So the question is, can Mateo Joseph step up to his name, you know, because 7 goals, it is a high amount of goals in one season. So Mateo Joseph is really going to have a big challenge if he wants to live up to the name. But again, I've been very impressed with him this season. One thing I think that needs to be sorted is Vedat Muriqi. You know, he's a great player, he's a great striker, and when you get the ball up in the air, he knows how to bring it down well. But I just think recently he's really been struggling and lack of confidence, and, you know, and just not trying to lose his head. You know, we've seen him more than once get sent off last season and this season already. So, you know, I just think if he can get in form, you know, I think it would be a big addition to help Real Mallorca to push them on forward. But again, he is starting out here today alongside of Mateo Joseph, so we'll see what he can offer. And again, at this Santiago Bernabeu Stadium is not going to be an easy result. I mean, realistically, we're talking about a team with 36 La Liga division titles, 20 Copa del Reyes, 15 Champions League. By the way, the most ever in history to win that amount. You know, 6 Super Cups, 5 Club World Cups, and many more, over 100 trophies to Real Madrid's name. So, again, we are talking about pretty much the biggest team in history, not just in Spain, not just in Europe, but in history in general. So, you know, this Real Mallorca squad knows what they're going out to face. If we look at the last 5 matchups between the two sides, Real Mallorca haven't won once. Real Madrid have won 4 of them, and 1 of them was a draw. So it's not been easy for Real Mallorca when they have faced up against this Real Madrid side. And matter of fact, we're going to look at the lineup here for, you know, Real Madrid, and we see some very familiar faces. We see Kylian Mbappe starting up front, who everyone who watches La Liga, anyone who watches football in general, knows how much of a danger he is. You know, last season, Kylian Mbappe, 31 goals in the La Liga division. making him, by the way, the maximum goal scorer in the whole of the La Liga division last season. This season, he is also the maximum goal scorer at the minute for Real Madrid. With 2 matches, he's already got 3 goals. So that, for me, in this whole Real Madrid squad, that is the target. That is the man you need to look out for. As we all know how dangerous Kylian Mbappe can be. You know, what a dangerous striker, what a dangerous player. And we really, really need to stay on our toes to watch out for this Kylian Mbappe player. You know, everyone recognizes who he is. He was a trouble, you know, last time they played. You know, he ended up scoring the equalizer the last time Real Mallorca came here. So for me, Real Mallorca really need to focus on Kylian Mbappe, making sure to stop him. On his left is Vinicius Jr., who again is also a player who last season was very dangerous. He's had a bit of a controversial and a bit of a shaky start so far to the season. And, you know, he had a bit of a rough ending last season out. But either way, he's still a player that, you know, can cause lots of trouble. He's still a player with many goals and assists to his name. Matters of fact, last season, we were talking about 11 goals and 10 assists for Vinicius Jr. in the La Liga division. So, someone you also really do need to keep an eye out. But, you know, still big names missing in this Real Madrid squad. I mean, you know, we're talking about Eduardo Camavinga, Ferland Mendy, Jude Bellingham, and Endrick all out here today in this matchup. And Jude Bellingham was a player that I think caused a lot of trouble last time out up against Real Mallorca. And he's a player that last season, you know, 9 goals, 9 assists, also such a dangerous player. And I mean, pretty much everyone in this Real Madrid squad is a very dangerous player. But I think there are certain individuals that Real Mallorca really, really do need to keep an eye on. But at least for Real Mallorca, Real Madrid are missing quite a few names out here today. So we're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff, so do not go anywhere, because very, very soon we're going to get on the way here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, and we have a very, very exciting matchup. Again, I think it's going to be a close one. I think Real Mallorca definitely stand a chance in this matchup, and, you know, every time they have played this Real Madrid squad, it's been a tight match. They've put in the work, they've put in the competition, and we'll see if they can do it out here today. If we're looking at a quick little stat here, Real Madrid have actually kept the most clean sheets so far in the competition. They haven't actually conceded a goal yet in the whole of the La Liga division this season. In the last 2 matches, they haven't conceded a single goal, which, you know, you wouldn't expect a team like Real Madrid to concede a goal. They actually haven't had the toughest matchups yet. And we'll see if Real Madrid can be the team to break that, you know, that curse. You know, last time they did play Real Mallorca, it was Martin Valgent who did put a goal past against Real Madrid, and actually they took the lead up until about the 70th minute. So again, I think this Real Mallorca squad have the talent, they have the possibility to do it, and hopefully they can help push their team on forward. Now, talking about goals, if we look at the last 5 matchups for Real Mallorca, they've only managed to score 4 goals in the last 5 matches. Real Mallorca, on the other hand, Real Madrid have managed to score 11 goals out in the last 5 matches. So again, they're a big, big goal-scoring threat. But luckily, Real Mallorca are starting with 5 at the back out here today, knowing how much of a threat this Real Madrid side can be. And if you are looking at the screen, you can take a look at the highlights here for the last time out for Real Madrid, where they did face up against Oviedo, again away from home at that Oviedo stadium. And by the looks of it, it was quite a dominant display. It was an easy win for Real Madrid, so, you know, not much we can talk about there in this matchup. Again, it was just a big display from Real Madrid, facing up against Oviedo, a team who just got promoted, and they did win 3-0 again. It was Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals, and Vinicius who scored much later on in that matchup. Now, again, as I was saying when they were face-to-face earlier, Real Madrid haven't lost to Mallorca in the last 5 meetings. That's 4 wins for Real Madrid and 1 draw in general. So, you know, statistically, of course, these players are going to be doubting in their minds when they go out here today. But I've definitely seen this Real Mallorca side cause a lot of trouble up against big teams like that. And look at that goal there from Kylian Mbappe. I mean, it's his signature move to pick the ball, turn like that, and just slot it, you know, a pass to the second corner. And he's just such a dangerous player. I definitely think this Real Mallorca side really need to keep an eye out of him. Matters of fact, since we're talking about this Real Mallorca side, we're going to take a quick look at the lineup out here today. And in the back net, the man between the sticks, is the man who put up an MVP performance last time out here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. It's Leo Raman. Last time he came here making 12 saves for his side. A very, very impressive goalkeeper. Now, Real Madrid then come out with 5 at the back. At the left wing back, we're looking at Toni Lato. We didn't get to see him much out last season. He's mainly been a player that's been on the bench most of the times. And today we do get to see him, so we'll see what he has to offer. He's been on the bench quite a bit, last season and dealing with injury as well, so we'll see, again, if he can do his part. I think in the preseason, Toni Lato, he was pretty decent, so hopefully we can see big things from him. And at the free centre-backs, we have Kumbuya, the new signing for Real Madrid this season, coming on loan from Roma. And then we have the familiar faces, Antonio Rayo and Martin Valgent. And that man right there, Martin Valgent, the number 24, last time he played here, again, he scored up against this Real Madrid side. Hopefully he can do the same out here today. At right wing back, we have Mateo Jaume scoring last week out for Real Mallorca. In the midfield, we're looking at Pablo Torres, Sergi Derder, Manu Morlanes, and up front, we have Mateo Joseph and Vedam Moriki. So, Real Mallorca coming out with a strong squad, coming out with a very decent squad. And as they should, I think the playing 5 at the back formation was the move. I think it was the correct decision from Jacob Arrasate. When you're playing against such a big goal-scoring side like this, all you really need to do is, I think, hold back and whenever they can, just break on the counter-attacks. Now, we're just about 6 minutes away from kickoff. We're waiting for the players to line up in the tunnel and come walking out, so do not go anywhere, because we're going to undergo in the way any minute now. I'm just waiting for both of these sides to walk out the tunnel, and I think it's going to be a very interesting one. Hopefully Real Madrid can put up with their part and can keep their cool up against this Real Madrid side. Looking last season for Real Madrid, they did want to take home the LaLiga division title. They did want to win it, but Barcelona just had that edge on them every time. And then they ended up being 4 points off winning the LaLiga division. Barcelona ended up taking it. So this Real Madrid side is definitely going to be looking, to win the whole of the LaLiga division this season. That's going to be their main focus. I can imagine that's all they're going to want. So every match will be important, including this one for Real Madrid. And of course for Real Mallorca, for me, the performance is more important than the result out here today. Obviously, most people would say the result is all that matters in football. But when they're playing a team like this, I think most of them expect them to not get any type of points. So the least they can do is focus on a good performance. And I hope that's what we get to see out here today. So again, just about 4 minutes and a half away from kickoff. We're still waiting for these players to line up in the tunnel. We have a very late kickoff, later than usual out here today. We have a 9:30 kickoff. And it's been a later one than usual, but at least it's a cooler one. As last time out for Real Mallorca, last week out, the fans were complaining about the schedule as Real Mallorca faced up against Celta Vigo on a Saturday at 5:30 when the sun is at its hottest. It's very hot at 5:30, the sun is still out. And it was sitting at around, I believe, 34 degrees Celsius. So it was a very hot kickoff last time out for Real Mallorca. At least we have a cooler one out here today. So again, we're just waiting for these players to come out. But in the meanwhile, in the comment section, make sure to put your prediction, the score prediction, between these two sides, between this fixture out here today. And I'm going to say Real Madrid are going to win it 0-1. I think it's going to be a very close matchup. A very, very close one. But again, that's why I'm going to go 0-1 for Real Madrid. I definitely think Real Madrid are capable of scoring against this Real Madrid side. it's defending, I think, that Real Madrid have to worry about the most, is defending up against these players, defending up against Kylian Mbappe. He's just so dangerous last season out and this season. I think that's going to be their main focus, and I do believe that's why they are going with the 5 at the back formation. So it's a good move there from Jacob Arrasate, in my opinion. And hopefully it's going to be a good performance from both of these sides. Again, we're just waiting for these players to come out of the tunnel. And now the Real Madrid anthem is being played, and both of these players, both of these teams are walking out of the tunnel out here now at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Round 3 of the La Liga division. And Real Madrid are going to be facing up against Real Mallorca here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And hopefully we have a very, very good matchup awaiting us. And in case you did miss the pre-match talk, the last time that these two sides did face each other was here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, and Real Madrid ended up winning it 2-1. And Martin Valgent scored the goal for this Real Mallorca side. And look at the ambience here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, where the fans are cheering and the sun is going down over the mountains. So a very exciting matchup out here today. And there we have Jacob Arrasate, the Real Mallorca manager, for now sitting down. Of course, I don't think that's going to be very long before Jacob Arrasate is back up on his feet, pushing his team on forward. And then, of course, there's Xabi Alonso's side for Real Madrid, who this season have very high ambitions. They're wanting to win the La Liga division title, especially after last season out, just missing out on the win. So both of these teams now taking their picture, and now the two captains talking to the referee, Valverde and Antonio Raillo. Now the referee flipping the coin for today's matchup, and we're just waiting for kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Real Mallorca in the red and black, and Real Madrid in the all white. The question is, which two of these sides are going to want it more? Which two of these sides are going to take home the 3 points today? Or is it going to end a draw? We will see. There's Kylian Mbappe with the number 10 getting ready, and Vedat Muriqi there also getting ready. Manu Morlanes with the number 8.
Antonio Raillo alentando a sus hombres. El Mallorca será quien va a sacar del círculo central. Ahora es cuando el árbitro silba. Arranca el partido en el Santiago Bernabéu.
Just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle out here now, and you can feel the nerves and you can see the ambience in here. There's Mateo Joseph looking up at the sky, and the referee is going to blow his whistle, and Real Mallorca are going to undergo the match kicking off. The side in red. Now the matchup starts here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, taking it up forward, trying to play up forward directly into Muriqi. But it ends up going out for a throw-in for Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid have the throw in on their own side of the pitch, taking it quickly. Real Madrid playing it all the way back to Courtois, who plays it into Alexander Arnold. First minute in this matchup here, and Real Madrid just keeping possession of the ball. Mastantuono on the right with the number 30. Now here's Vinicius Jr. Can he make anything from this on the left wing? Plays it short. Real Madrid are going to play it all the way out to Valverde. Now it's Trent who plays it. And that's one player that also had a bit of a tough start at this Real Madrid squad. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. A player, he was a very big star in this Liverpool side. He just had a bit of a shaky start at this Real Madrid squad. It's not been the start he wanted. But of course, there's still plenty of time to go. And here's a chance, a break possibly for Real Mallorca. But Pablo Torre decides to slow the play down. Could have been potential counter-attack there, but Pablo Torre just decided to calm the play down. Now Tony Lato playing it all the way back to Rayo. What can Rayo do? He plays into Dorder to Pablo Torre. And Mateo Jaume back to Rayo. Rayo to Leo Roman. Good play here from Real Mallorca, just giving it away poorly. Kylian Mbappe plays into Arda Güler, who loses possession. Could have been very dangerous there. Real Mallorca just need to look out with those type of passes. Now the ball goes out of play for throw-in. Xabi Alonso's side is going to take it. And what a manager he was. Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen made history at the club. Not losing a single match in the whole season and winning the title, the Bundesliga title, making history at the Bundesliga. Now he's come over to take this Real Madrid side on. Of course, he was a legend, a player for lots of time at this Real Madrid squad. And now he's on the other side, managing it. Putting in the cross into the second post here. Real Madrid looking for something. Plays into Vinicius Jr. against Mateo Jaume. Vinicius Jr. ends up playing it back. Tchouaméni takes the shot off. Sends it over the crossbar. Plenty of power on it. Just couldn't get the accuracy on it. And the first chance there for Real Madrid. Nice little flick there by Kylian Mbappe. Now Real Mallorca are going to take the goal kick, playing it short into Leo Roman. Sergio there getting pressed, but he does very well to get out of there. Now Real Mallorca can break through with a chance. It's Martin Valgent playing into Mateo Jaume. Muriqi back to Mateo Jaume. All the way back to Rayo. Now Rayo out wide to Tony Lato. Real Mallorca playing nice football here, doing very well to hold the possession. Here's Kumbuya, he's going to play it back to Leo Roman. And so far, not bad start for Real Mallorca. They do keep hold well of that possession. Now Manu Morlanes is going to play it into Muriqi. Good play here from Real Mallorca to switch it all the way out to Tony Lato. Tony Lato with a little fake. Tries playing it into Pablo Torre. The ball ends up to Mateo Joseph. He tries skipping past his man, but Real Madrid do well to defend it. And it was a decent chance there for Real Madrid. Now Mastantuono is going to play it. Tchouaméni and Real Madrid now have possession of it. Kylian Mbappe into Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. taking on Mateo Jaume. He skips past him. Vinicius playing it back. Now Vinicius Jr. He can make something from this. Tries putting in the low cross. Leo Roman clears it. It's Dorder into Pablo Torre, who tries playing a long through ball. Muriqi chasing it down. But the ball goes all the way back to Courtois. Now Jacob Arrasate not looking happy, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold who plays a lovely through ball to Kylian Mbappe, who's through on goal. Kylian Mbappe taking the shot off. And Kylian Mbappe takes the lead here at the Real Madrid, at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And Real Madrid lead 1-0, 6 minutes into this matchup. And what a shame from this Real Mallorca side already to be down at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. You can look at the faces on this Real Mallorca players. Just by the looks of it, just looks like Martin Valgen might play him on side. Of course, they will check it, but to me, it just looks like he plays him on. It's good touch there from Kylian Mbappe and an amazing shot. There was no saving that. What a goal that is there from Kylian Mbappe, and what a shame. And the goal's actually been disallowed. It's been awarded offside. I didn't see the referee go to VAR in any sorts. And Real Madrid celebrated it like it was a goal. But it's offside, and the referees awarded it. So it's going to be a free kick for Real Mallorca. And that goal isn't going to stand. So now Leo Roman has the free kick. And he's going to play into Muriqi, who brings it down into Dorder. Dorder gets taken down. And Real Mallorca get awarded the free kick. It's good play there from Villa Muriqi and Sergi Dorder. And they do end up getting a set-piece play now. By the looks of it, we didn't get to see a look at the replay or anything, or a look at the VAR, but for me, the offside looked very tight. But again, we'll have to take a look at it after. So now Pablo Torre to put in the set-piece play. He decides to play it short into Dorder. But Kylian Mbappe gets there first. And now Real Mallorca still, and they have a chance. Putting in the cross into Raillo. Real Madrid dealing with the danger, and now it's Trent. He can take it forward. He tries playing a free ball. He does get the throw in, Trent. Taking it quickly. Both sides looking to rush it forward. He plays the long ball into Vinicius Jr. on that left-hand side. Mbappe. Back to Vinicius. Vinicius just trying to play through ball into Arda Güler. But Real Mallorca do well to deal with the danger. Now Real Madrid are going to switch out to the right-hand side into Trent. Trying to make something from this. Real Madrid do end up losing the ball. Now Real Mallorca can potentially break on the counter-attack. He had one or two options, but he just played it where no one could get to it. Between Villa Muriqi and Mateo Joseph. Mateo Jaume just made the wrong call there. And now Real Madrid have a chance. It's Mbappe. He takes the shot off. Looking for that first post. But he just can't seem to get it on target. What ball that was there from Trent. He is miles offside, Kylian Mbappe. Either way, it wouldn't have counted. But so far, Trent and Mbappe linking up have been very, very dangerous. It's something that Real Mallorca need to look out for. Now Leo Roman has the free kick. First 10 minutes in here. And both sides looking very intense. Real Madrid, of course, looking that slightly more dominant. But Real Mallorca definitely not playing bad. Here's a chance for Real Mallorca. It's Pablo Torre. He's going to try and take it forward. He gets taken down. Muriqi picks up the rebound. It's a poor pass from Muriqi. And now Real Madrid can break on the counter-attack. Playing a through ball into Vinicius. Mateo Jaume defending it. Vinicius puts in a cross into the other side. Trent takes the ball, puts the cross into that second post. Martin Valgen leaps up and gets his head on it. And now Carreras plays it into Mbappe. Vinicius. Valverde. Now it's Carreras again. What an intense first 11 minutes we've had so far. It's Trent. And Trent Alexander-Arnold doing quite a lot of damage on that right-hand side. Mastantuono switching it to the left-hand side. The ball's going to go all the way to Vinicius Jr. on the left wing. He's going to try and put in a sneaky little cross there. But no one can get on the back of it. It goes right to the hands of Leo Roman. Too much power on that cross. And as there's the look at the replay there. And Kylian Mbappe is just offside by the slightest centimeters. And Real Madrid are lucky that that goal didn't stand. Now here comes Vinicius Jr. again down that left-hand side. He's going to play it back to Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni, Valverde to Trent. Now Arda Güler trying to put in the cross, but Real Madrid pick up the rebound. It's Derder. He plays it into Mateo Joseph, and Real Madrid are going to take it forward. Mateo Joseph playing it all the way back to Martin Valgent, not rushing it. Now Antonio Raillo. Kumbuya back to Leo Roman. Now Martin Valgent. Into Kumbuya. Kumbuya trying to play up forward into Muriqi. Real Madrid have it. Martin Valgent clearing it very well. Now Eder Militao. Federico Valverde in the Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni out to Holgensen. He's going to play into Vinicius. It's Carreras back to Vinicius. Real Madrid losing possession of the ball there, playing a bit too calmly by the looks of it. And Real Madrid just putting on the offensive press. Now Huijsen playing the ball into Vinicius. He tries taking it forward. He gets taken down. The referee claims no foul. Now it's Pablo Torre. He's going to play it into Mateo Joseph. Back to Mateo Jaume. He tries playing it forward into Muriqi. Muriqi into Manu Morlanes. Sergi Derder out to Tony Lato. It's good play here by Real Mallorca. Now Tony Lato down this left-hand side. He plays it back to Derder. Manu back to Derder. Into Pablo Torre. Switching again to the right-hand side. And it's good football from Real Mallorca. Mateo Jaume tries putting in the cross. It's blocked by Carreras. Good play there from Real Madrid to switch it from the left and then again all the way out to the right. And you can tell Sergi Derder is there to get involved in every single bit of it. 15 minutes in here now. And Real Madrid are taking it forward. It's Mbappe. To Vinicius. Trent tries playing it forward, but Tony Lato gets there first. And now Derder. Into Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre back to Derder. Looks like he's not going to get there on time. Huijsen gets there first. And he's going to play it into Carreras. Now Carrera striking forward. Ball goes out to Vinicius on the left-hand side. It's Vinicius trying to cut in. Out to Tchouaméni. Out to Valverde. Into Trent. Now Arda Güler trying to put in the cross into that second post. Too much height on the cross and it goes out for a goal kick. And Real Mallorca have possession of the ball now. There was a chance there for Arda Güler, but his touch was just a bit too poor, and Martin Valgent was there to deal with the danger. Now Real Mallorca taking the goal kick into Leo Roman. Leo Roman's going to play it into Muriqi. Ooh, Muriqi almost gets his head on it, but Eder Militao does well to defend it. Here's Trent. Real Mallorca, they're going to defend this sequence while Real Madrid have possession of the ball in their own half of the pitch. Mbappe trying to play it. He gives it to Pablo Torre in the end. Here's Muriqi playing a good ball into Toni Lato. Toni Lato into Pablo Torre. Kumbuya into Sergi Derder. Real Madrid playing very well. Every time they have possession of it, they play very calmly with it. And it's good passing play from this side. Here's Kumbuya. He's going to play into Muriqi. Pablo Torre out wide to Toni Lato. Toni Lato trying to put in the cross. And Real Mallorca get their first corner kick of the matchup. And it's good play there by Real Mallorca. And so far, a very decent performance. 17 minutes in here now. And Real Mallorca have their first corner kick. Who's going to step up to take it is the question. Pablo Torre is going to be the one to take the corner kick for the side in red. And there's Muriqi already with his hands up asking for it. Now Pablo Torre puts the cross in, looking for someone. They get their head on it. And Real Mallorca are leading. And it's Vedat Muriqi who scores the header for Real Mallorca. 18 minutes in here now. And Real Mallorca are leading. And what a start this is here for Real Mallorca at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Vedat Muriqi leaps up to get the header. And Real Mallorca are in the lead. What a header. What a corner from Pablo Torre. And you could see Vedat Muriqi putting his hands up, asking for the ball before the corner was taken. And there he is there. What a header that is. And there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about it. He just flicks on forward and no one from Real Madrid really challenges him. He's all on his own, realistically. No one decides to challenge him. What a header that is there. Almost hitting it with the back of his head. And the Muriqi, the Pirate, has taken the lead here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. What a start for Real Mallorca. And these Real Mallorca players and fans are absolutely buzzing. I did say in the pre-match that Real Mallorca always stood a chance. Now here's Toni Lato stealing the ball. And Real Mallorca could potentially have another chance. He's going to slow the play down here, Toni Lato. Now Manu Morlanes into Toni Lato. It's a good ball. Back to Pablo Torre. To Manu Morlanes. Kumbuya. He's going to play it out wide to Raillo. Now here's Valgent. Mateo Jamo tries playing the football into Muriqi. They can't quite understand each other. And the ball goes all the way back to Real Madrid's half. Now Trent has possession of the ball. He's going to play it into Mastantuano. Here's Mastantuano. Out to Eder Militao. And if Real Mallorca can hold on to this lead before the end of the first half, it would be just like the last time they came here. Just like the last time. that Real Mallorca played here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. They scored early on in the first half. And it's almost like deja vu. Now, here's Arda Güler into Carreras. Arda Güler again into Trent. Arda Güler trying to turn around. It's good defending there by Real Mallorca. Trying to play it forward into Muriqi. Too much power on the pass, and now Eder Militao has possession of it. Now Kylian Mbappe into Vinicius. It's Vinicius Jr. on that left-hand side into Mbappe. Here's Trent trying to put in the low cross. It's blocked. Muriqi trying to play it forward. It's going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca, as Muriqi was just fouled there by Eder Militao. And the man of the moment, Vedat Muriqi, I'm sure he's absolutely buzzing with that goal. And as I said in the pre-matchup, he was just struggling a bit with confidence this season. And I think at the start of last season, and what a way to get him back up and running again. With a goal here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Now it's Leo Roman who's going to take the free kick for Real Mallorca. Muriqi heads on forward, and what ball that is there from Muriqi, looking for Mateo Joseph. This was just a bit too much power on it. Courtois takes it very quickly and plays it into Trent Alexander-Arnold. 22 minutes in here now. Trying to switch it all the way out to Carreras. Vinicius picks up the rebound, and he gives it to Carreras. Trying to dribble forward. It's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni tries playing across. Not enough height on that cross. Sergi Derder is going to clear it. It's going to fall all the way back to Courtois, who gives it to Eder Militao. Now here's Mastantuono. Mbappe to Trent. Now here's Vinicius Jr. Vinicius can strike forward. Trying to take the shot off Vinicius. Just not enough accuracy on it. It just goes right into the hands of Leo Roman. And a very easy one for Leo Roman. Still very complicated, still bouncy, but not too much danger created there for Leo Roman. And now he's going to take the goal kick. Mateo Joseph gets a touch on it. Now Real Mallorca have possession of the ball. Just about not long left to go now before the end of the first half. Just about 20 minutes left to go. And if Real Mallorca could just hold on to this lead going into the first half, it would be massive for them. Here's Muriqi. He's going to play it out wide to Toni Lato. Toni Lato back to Pablo Torre. Now Pablo Torre could potentially have a chance. What ball that is there into Muriqi, who takes the shot off. And a big play there by Real Mallorca. And it's going to be a corner kick here now. The second corner kick for Real Mallorca. And what a play that is there from Pablo Torre, who just takes it forward. Plays it through into Muriqi, gets the shot off. But it's good defending by Huijsen to get the block. And Pablo Torre, I mean, what a player he is. You can really tell he's making a difference in this Real Mallorca squad. Now, the second corner kick for Real Mallorca in this matchup, and the second one of the whole matchup. It's Pablo Torre. He's going to take it again. That time, Real Mallorca are there to deal with it. Now, Pablo Torre on that left-hand side, tries putting in the cross. Muriqi tries to bring it down. He gets a touch. Tchouaméni's there to defend it well. And what a first half it's been so far for Real Mallorca. Now here's Carreras playing it into Vinicius. And Real Madrid coming forward very strong. Mastantuono takes the shot off. And it just goes wide. And it could have been dangerous there for Real Mallorca, but luckily the ball just goes wide. The shot there from Mastantuono. Leo Roman does look like he had it covered. And by the way, just have a look at there at the sidelines at how nervous Jacob Arrasate is. And who wouldn't be in his position? Now here's Leo Roman to take the goal kick for Real Mallorca. Looking for Muriqi by the looks of it, just couldn't find him. Now lovely work there from Mateo Joseph to get the ball back. He gets taken down. The referee blows his whistle and it's going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca. And how well is this Real Mallorca side playing so far? Look at there, Mateo Joseph. He's just there for when Trent loses the ball, and he does so well to get his foot in front there. Gets the free kick. Arda Güler takes him down. And now Real Mallorca with potential dangerous set-piece play. Sergi Darder and Pablo Torre both stepping up to take it. By the looks of it, Pablo Torre is going to put in the cross. Carreras leaps up and gets his head on it and deals with it very quickly. Now Vinicius, he's going to play it back to Carreras into Tchouaméni. And this Real Madrid side is going to switch it to the right-hand side. It's Trent. To Tchouaméni. Arda Güler. This Real Madrid side keeping hold of the ball in Real Mallorca's half of the pitch. Here's Carreras. Mbappe to Tchouaméni. Patiently looking for a way in. Real Madrid. And Real Madrid with a poor pass there. They end up giving the throw in to Real Mallorca. Not quite sure if he was looking for Arda Güler or for Trent, but either way, not enough accuracy on the pass. He ends up giving a throw in to Real Mallorca. Donny Lato is going to take it. It's Pablo Torre who ends up losing it. Manu Morlanes defending. Mantantuano going down there, but the referee claims no foul. And taking a look at the replay, it doesn't look like it was a foul. He does get his foot to it first. Leo Roman tries playing it forward into Mateo Joseph. Just can't get there first. And now Arda Güler and Manu Morlanes have a bit of a clash there. And the referee awards the free kick to Real Mallorca. Take a look at the replay here. Just hits him quite hard with his elbow there. Arda Güler needs to watch out. And hopefully both of them are okay. They're both back on their feet. Now Real Mallorca have the free kick just about in their own side of the pitch. And there's Rodrigo on the bench for Real Madrid. Hold on a second. Here's Donny Lato breaking forward on the left-hand side for Real Mallorca. He plays it back. Kumbuya into Sergi Darder. It's Martin Valgent. Martin Valgent takes it forward himself into Muriqi. Muriqi to Mateo Jaume. Mateo Joseph with a poor touch. And now Real Madrid potentially have a chance here. It's Vinicius Jr. breaking down that left-hand side. Vinicius Jr. tries putting in the pass, but Kumbuya was there to deal with it. Mbappe does pick up the rebound. It's Kylian Mbappe. What can he do from it? He gives it back to Valverde. Arda Güler. Now it's Trent. Back to Arda Güler into Mantuano, who goes down here. The referee claims no foul. And now Real Mallorca potentially have a chance. Here's Pablo Torre. He's going to slow down the play. Now here's Kumbuya. Kumbuya trying to play it forward. Muriqi heads on. Now what ball dies there into Vinicius? Real Madrid might have a chance here. It's Vinicius Jr. Puts in the pass into Mbappe. Mbappe to Tchouaméni, who takes the shot off. And Leo Roman almost spills it. But he have it covered in the end. And slippery hands there from Leo Roman. Not usually something we see often. Just the bounce just looked like it was complicated. But either way, he does well to defend the shot. Now 31 minutes in here now. So 14 minutes left to go before the end of the first half, and Real Mallorca leading here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. Now here's Carreras, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler, Eder Militao. Real Madrid switching it to the right hand side. It's Mantantuano, he tries putting in the cross, is cleared by Real Mallorca. Muriqi tries to bring it down, he loses control of it. Now Real Madrid finishes into Mbappe. Looking for a way through here, Real Madrid. It's Mbappe. Mbappe's going to take the long shot off. He just can't get enough accuracy on it. Puts it wide past that second post. Now Real Mallorca are going to have a goal kick for their side. But before we do that, it's going to be a quick hydration break here in this matchup again, as it is a very hot late night kickoff here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. I am going to join them in the hydration break there. And now that we're all hydrated, we can talk about, I think, how good it's been in this first half so far. It's been very, very impressive from Real Mallorca. I mean, what display they have been having, you know, it's not only that, you know, they've just scored and they've been sitting back and defending and they had one lucky chance. It's not the case at all. They've been so impressive, the way that they've been playing the ball, switching it around. And one thing I will say is that you can see a massive difference in this Real Mallorca squad with those new additions. I mean, Pablo Torre, Mateo Joseph, Kumbuya, all those new players have been so impressive. And of course, everyone else has been too. But you can really tell that they are there to help push this side on. And again, the side in red, this Real Mallorca side, how impressive they've been in this matchup so far. So far, so good. Of course, there's still about 12 minutes left to go before the end of the first half, so we'll see if Real Mallorca can keep up the good performance in the first half. And then, once the first half is over, we'll talk about the second half, but for now, we have to finish this first half. Here's a look at the goal again. You can just see Pablo Torre and Muriqi communicating with each other, telling each other, let's do this play with both their hands up. Muriqi asks for it. And Pablo Torre puts it a perfect cross on his head. And the header by Muriqi is absolutely phenomenal. And now Real Mallorca, I believe, are to take the goal kick. Yes, they are. Leo Roman to take the goal kick. Also, one thing I do want to say is last season, last season, Vedat Muriqi scored a header up against this Real Madrid side here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, and he's done it again this season. And every time Muriqi comes to the stadium, he just manages to get a goal with his head. Now here's Sergi Darder. What can he do with it? He's going to play it into Kumbuya. Kumbuya trying to play a through ball, losing possession of the ball in quite dangerous area there. They deal with it. Real Mallorca, Kumbuya is going to play it. Looking for Tony Lato. Ends up going out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. Trent takes it quickly and plays it into Eder Militao, out to Carreras. Carreras into Vinicius Jr. Now here's Vinicius, tries taking it forward, he can't make anything from it. It's good defending by Real Mallorca. Now Eder Militao into Trent. Huijsen plays it into Carreras. Carreras trying to make something from it. End up playing it back. It's good defending so far from Real Mallorca. Good positioning. Now here's Eder Militao. He's going to play into Alexander-Arnold Trent. Now Manuado plays it into Valverde, defending by Manu Morlanes. And it's going to be a corner here for Real Madrid, the first corner of the matchup. Now Mastantuano plays it into Trent. Now Carreras tries putting in the cross into that second post. They get their head on it. And it goes to Arda Güler, who gets the equalizer here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And of course, they're still going to have to check it. I'm not quite sure if it was offside or not. Huijsen leaps up, he gets his head on it. And he gives the pass to Arda Güler. And he slots in the back of the net. I think the goal's going to stand. And what a shame here for Real Madrid. What a heartbreak. There's the goal there. Huijsen, he just leaps up, gets his head on it, and Arda Güler, all he has to do is place in the back of the net. He's so much taller than Mateo Jaume. Now Real Madrid have gotten the equalizer here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. 37 minutes in here now. And what a shame. I just think Real Madrid were playing so well. But either way, it's only an equalizer. They're definitely still in this. Now Mateo Jaume losing it. And Real Madrid can break very dangerously on the counter-attack. It's Vinicius Jr. Takes on to his left. He takes the shot off and it's in the back of the net. And just like that, Real Madrid have taken the lead. All in the space of about 2 minutes. What is going on here? How has this happened to Real Mallorca? And what a shame. Real Mallorca, they were just playing so well. Vinicius Jr. just switches it onto his left foot and puts it across into that second post. And just like that, Real Madrid are in the lead. Just 5 minutes ago, they were losing 1-0. And now they're winning 2-1 here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. It's Mateo Jaume who just loses it there. Vinicius Jr. gets the break. He takes it on himself, fakes the shot, switches onto his left. It's a very good goal from Vinicius Jr. No doubt about it. But that's what a shame that is. Real Mallorca just losing the ball in the half field. You can't be losing it there. I mean, the break. There was about 6 Real Madrid players breaking through there. And Real Mallorca, they just can't afford to make those type of mistakes. Now trying to play through ball to Toni Lato. Valverde gets there first, he flicks it forward. Toni Lato gets taken down here in the penalty area box. The referee doesn't seem to signal anything. Pablo Torre keeps it in play. It goes out of bounds. And now what's going to happen here? Is the referee going to check it? Is it going to go to VAR? Let's take a look here at the replay. Just gets taken down there. I'm not quite sure if that's to be awarded or not. Ooh, it's a tricky one. Eder Militao, he just takes Toni Lato down there. By the looks of it, it's not going to be checked. Either way, Real Mallorca get set piece play. And what a crazy last 5 minutes we've just had. And now we've just hit the 40th minute marker, so just 5 minutes left to go. Sergi Derde's going to put in the set piece play. Puts it into that second post. Looking for Antonio Raillo. Martin Valgent tries to get his head on it. And Real Mallorca are awarded a corner kick here, their third corner kick of this matchup. And there's Muriqi already talking to Antonio Raillo, deciding Who's going to get their head on it? And now, Sergi Derder to take the corner kick. Can they make anything from this? Real Mallorca putting it in. It's a poor cross. It falls to Mateo Jamo, who gets the shot off. And it wasn't Mateo Jamo, it was Manu Morales who got the shot off. But he just can't get the shot on target. He just sends it flying over the crossbar. Shame. Could have been a very big chance there for Real Mallorca. And Real Madrid actually take the goal kick very quickly, playing it into Trent. Mantantuano back to Trent. Out to Eder Militao. Now Vinicius Jr. into Mbappe. Mbappe's going to play it back, and all Real Madrid need to do now is just hold possession of the ball. By the looks of it, we'll probably be going into the second half with Real Mallorca trailing behind, despite Real Mallorca putting in a brilliant performance and, in my opinion, being even better than Real Madrid. Despite that, the performance, the result is that Real Madrid are winning. Now here's Trent. Trent takes the shot off. A very, very dangerous one there for Real Madrid, as it didn't go too far off target. Now it's going to be a goal kick for Real Mallorca. And it just goes wide there for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Real Mallorca have a goal kick. Trying to take it forward, Real Mallorca, but it ends up falling to Real Madrid. Now they're going to play it into Vinicius. Vinicius Jr. into Arda Güler, back to Vinicius Jr. Playing it into Arda Güler. What ball that is? Arda Güler trying to put in the cross. It falls to Mbappe, who somehow misses that shot. What a chance that was there for Real Madrid. But luckily for Real Mallorca, Mbappe just couldn't get that on target. Good ball there from Vinicius into Arda Güler, who gets the shot off. The shot is blocked by Martin Valge, and the rebound falls right there. Antonio Guerrero, he just blocks the shot. The rebound falls to Mbappe, and how has he missed that? A very big miss there from Kylian Mbappe. And I'm sure he'll be gutted by that one. Now Le Roman takes the goal kick into Muriqi. Muriqi gets taken down. The referee doesn't award the free kick. Mateo Joseph loses it. Now here's Carreras. Real Madrid starting to pick up the rhythm a lot more ever since they got the lead, and I just think it's most likely taken away a bit of Real Mallorca's confidence. Mateo Jamo defending very well there up against Vinicius. And again, I just think those two goals really struck Real Mallorca by surprise, as they were doing so well. And they scored both of them in the space of about 2 minutes. So what a shame that is there. And then the first goal, you can just see Mateo Joseph, he tries to challenge Hulsen in the air. But Hulsen is just so much taller than Mateo Jaume. And then Arda Güler's all on his own there. All he has to do is get it on target. Now offside there by Kylian Mbappe. It's going to be a free kick for Real Mallorca. And not long left to go now before the end of the first half. Now here's Tony Lato. Tony Lato into Kumbuya, out to Leo Roman. And it's a poor giveaway there almost. Leo Roman ends up picking it up. Leo Roman playing it. Now here's Sergi Derder with a chance. Sergi Derder just ends up losing it there in that midfield position. Now, how much room do Real Madrid have here now? It's Kylian Mbappe. He puts in the chip, Kylian Mbappe, and gets the third goal here for Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. I believe it could potentially be offside, and it is offside. The referee's flag goes up, and the goal isn't going to stand for Real Madrid. It's been awarded offside, luckily for Real Mallorca. Let's take a look at the replay here. He could just be offside. Not quite sure. They need to put the lines in order for me to be able to see that. It's a very tight one. It's a very close call, though. Luckily for Real Mallorca, they are definitely still in this matchup. And Mbappe's goal ends up being disallowed. You can see the frustration there on Paco Barrasates. His team were just doing so well, even leading in this matchup, and now trailing behind 2-1. Again, they're definitely still in this. They're only one goal behind, but they just need to keep up the concentration. Now Leo Roman playing into Muriqi, plays a lovely header on forward. Donny Lato challenges that. It's going to be a goal kick in the end. Donny Lato's having a very decent performance too, I will say, for this Real Mallorca side. And they end up losing it. Real Madrid, the referee blows his whistle. It's going to be a free kick for Real Madrid. And there's going to be 6 minutes added on in this first half. Quite very surprised about that. 6 minutes. Not quite sure how there's been 6 minutes added on, but either way, that's what has been awarded. Now here's Arda Güler. Eder Militao. Out to Carreras. Here's Vinicius. Vinicius can take it forward himself. He's going to take it forward himself up against Mateo Jaume. Tries playing a free ball. It falls to Arda Güler. Back to Carreras. Arda Güler into Mbappe. Back to Arda Güler. It's a lovely little play here from Real Madrid. What a shot! And a big save there by Leo Roman. And the ball ends up going out of play for a corner kick for Real Madrid. Look at the replay here. Big save there from Leo Roman. A lot of power on that shot. And Arda Güler just can't manage to put it past the keeper. Now it's going to be a corner kick here for Real Madrid. Taking it quickly, Real Madrid. Vinicius tries playing it back, and it ends up going out for a goal kick. And Leo Roman's going to take it. Not long left to go now before the end of that first half. And so far, still a very good performance from Real Mallorca despite the result. A very big performance. Now the ball goes all the way back to Courtois. Trent Alexander-Arnold taking it forward down the right-hand side into Matantuano. He's going to play it to Carreras. Carreras. What can Real Madrid do here? Trying to put the cross into Mbappe. Real Madrid deal with the danger. Muriqi playing it back. Playing a through ball to Mateo Jaume. Too much power on the pass. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. Just take a look at the replay here. How Kylian Mbappe is offside. It doesn't look that separate when you look at the replay, but he's actually a decent amount of offside. Now poor pass there by Matantuano into Manu Morlanes, who gets taken down, and Real Mallorca get the free kick. And now playing it short and quickly into Sergi Derder. What can they make from this Real Mallorca? Can they make anything from it before the end of the first half? Sergi Derder just looks like he was looking for a cross into that second post. Just puts far too much height on it, and it goes out for a goal kick. There's a look there. Vinicius Junior's goal. Very good goal from him, I will say. Now Vinicius Junior could have another chance. He tries taking it forward. He gets taken down. Manu Morlanes with a lovely tackle. Now here's Moriki. Out to Matteo Jauma. Matteo Joseph. Back to Matteo Jauma. Matteo Jauma doing well to keep hold of it. It's Moriki. Moriki gets taken down. The referee awards the free kick. Now it's going to be a free kick here for Real Mallorca with not long left to go. Any second now, the referee's going to blow the halftime whistle. Maybe potentially look for Moriki in this last free kick that they have. It's Antonio Rayo who's going to take it. Looking, but it goes right into the hands of Courtois, and the referee blows the halftime whistle. And that is going to be the end of this first half here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And I will say, you know, a very good performance from Real Mallorca so far. You know, they were by far the better side in the first half. It's just a shame, you know, when they conceded those 2 goals literally in the space of about 1 or 2 minutes, they just dropped a little bit the intensity. They still stayed in it, but ever since then, Real Madrid started to dominate a bit more. But again, before Real Madrid scored those 2 goals, Real Mallorca were definitely looking like the stronger side. Either way, we still have a very, very, very big second half to come up. So do not go anywhere, because again, this Real Madrid side's been very impressive up against this Real Madrid side. I've been very impressed with the performance by Real Mallorca, you know. The header from Moriki was spectacular, and the play from Pablo Torre and Sergi, they're there in that midfield. The way Real Mallorca just playing it around at the stadium up against this team, like if it was a training session. They've been very good. They just need to, if they can keep up this performance, I do believe they can get an equalizer. They're definitely not out of it. It's a shame they did concede those 2 goals that quickly, just like that. But either way, a big second half coming up. We're going to go on a quick break and we'll be back very shortly, but do not go anywhere because we have a very, very big second half coming up. A very intense one, so do not go anywhere and we'll be back very shortly.
Es que el Mallorca sigue vivo, queda mucho aún por contar en esta segunda parte, que seguro que veremos goles y algunos será del Mallorca. Pausa y volvemos enseguida.
Somos el primer estadio residuo cero en España.
Lo hemos logrado, gracias a todos. Gracias, Precero.
Antonio, al lío.
Bona feina, ben fet. No ha quedat tan malament. No.
somos el primer estadio residuo cero en España.
Lo hemos logrado, gracias a todos. Gracias, Precero.
Antonio, al lío. Bona feina, ben fet. No ha quedat tan malament. No.
Ya somos el primer estadio residuo cero en España.
Lo hemos logrado, gracias a todos. Gracias, Precero.
Antonio, al lío. Bona feina, ben fet. No ha quedat tan malament. No.
Ya somos el primer estadio residuo cero en España.
Lo hemos logrado, gracias a todos. Gracias, Precero.
Al lío. Bona feina, ben fet. No ha quedat tan malament. No.
Ya somos el primer estadio residuo cero en España.
Lo hemos logrado, gracias a todos. Gracias, Precero.
Aquí de nuevo arranca parte en el Santiago Bernabéu, como podéis ver. Una primera a un Mallorca valiente, a un Mallorca donde se ha puesto por delante, que es lo más complicado, y luego a raíz del primer gol del Real Madrid, prácticamente en segundos, ha marcado remontada el marcador. El conjunto de Xavi Alonso ha sido prácticamente el claro protagonista. La primera parte son un 62% de posesión para el Real Madrid, 38 3 fuera de juego para el Real Madrid. Uno de ellos ha sido anulado por fuera. Ha sido anulados fuera de juego, eso es. Luego disparo. El 3 para el Mallorca, de los 10 disparos Madrid, sería de los tiros totales de Mallorca, un tiro bloqueado, uno se ha marchado fuera y uno estos 4 pases del Real Madrid, 7 pases de Mallorca. Ninguna tarjeta para los dos conjuntos.
Lo primero, recuperar la defensiva que en los últimos minutos se había perdido, que era fundamental el Madrid a rematar desde dentro del área. Remates que decías, todos eran remates, intervenciones de Leo Román o las que tiene Mbappé para meter el tercero, y luego ser capaz de ser precisos con balón durante los que quizás posible esa que se ha reclamado penalti sobre en esos acercamientos. No han terminado acciones con acciones como una
Welcome back after that quick break. We're going right into the second half. We have those Real Madrid players walking out the tunnel and those Real Madrid players walking out the tunnel too. Now, for those of you who did miss the first half, it was a very, very good half. A brilliant first half, I would even say, from the side in red, from this Real Mallorca squad. I would even say they were looking like the dominant team up until, you know, they even scored early on. Muriqi got up in the corner and scored the header, but it was then shortly after, when Real Madrid somehow Arda Güler managed to score a goal, and then within the space of 1 minute after, Vinicius Jr. got a goal too. And just like that, Real Madrid were in the lead. But up until then, Real Mallorca were far looking like the much dominant side, and it was a very, very impressive display. So now I just think at the end of that second half, they started to drop off a little defensively, Real Mallorca. Real Madrid started to feel a lot more comfortable. They started to attack a lot more. And I just think Real Mallorca ever so slightly dropped that intensity a bit in the defense. So I think they just need to get back on that again. As they're only down by 1 goal, it's definitely not over. They're definitely still in this. And I hope to see more in the second half, because the first half, again, was just very, very good, despite the result from Real Mallorca. Now we do have the players walking out, getting in position. We have the referee heading towards the middle of the pitch, and any second now we're going to kick off. I believe Real Madrid have the kickoff. And now, any minute now, the side in white is going to kick off the match, and we're going to undergo the way again here at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium. And now Kylian Mbappe with the ball in the middle of the pitch, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. And he does so, and we are underway. Real Madrid kick off the match straight away. Courtois plays it up forward. They can't manage to bring it down, Real Madrid. They do manage to keep possession of it. It's Carreras who plays into Vinicius Jr. And they have been very dangerous on that left-hand side, Carreras and Vinicius Jr. to this Real Mallorca side. But again, they were defending so well, Real Mallorca, up until the last 10 minutes. Muriqi chasing the ball down there. He does get the throw-in for his side, Muriqi. Now, Real Mallorca to take the throw-in. It's Mateu Jaume. He gives it to Martin Valgent. So far, 72,699 people here at the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium tonight. So quite a high attendance for this matchup. Mateo Joseph just trying to get the ball there. Battling it out with Eder Militao, but they can't make anything from it. Now here's Real Madrid. Playing it out to Carreras. Carreras into Vinicius. Vinicius Jr. can take it forward. He's going to take it forward himself. Turns around, plays it back to Carreras. Arda Güler. Now again, it's Vinicius down this left-hand side, challenging Mateo Jaume. Gets taken down. The referee awards a goal kick to Real Mallorca. There's going to be nothing from that. It's good defending there by Mateo Jaume. Just not enough on that exactly to be awarded as a penalty. There was a close one on Tony Lato in the first half by Militao, and almost playing a lovely through ball there into Mateo Joseph, but it just rolls out of bounds. And I think so far this Real Mallorca side is definitely still in this matchup. Again, there's still the whole second half to go. And they've been very good in the first half, so hopefully they can keep it up. So far, a good performance. Now here comes Real Madrid. Mbappe into Hodgson, who tries taking the shot off. Mastantuono just sends it over that crossbar. We haven't seen much of him, Mastantuono, so far in this matchup. He's been very quiet, the new addition to the Real Madrid squad this season. Now Leo Roman to take the goal kick for Real Mallorca. He plays it into Rayo, back to Leo Roman. Mbappe pressing, Leo Roman plays it up forward but can't find anyone. Rayo ends up kicking up forward. Mateo Joseph trying to chase it down, but Eder Militao was there. Now here's Carreras. Carreras playing it into Vinicius. Vinicius is going to switch it all the way out to the right-hand side into Trent. Mastantuoso. Vinicius back to Mastantuoso. Tries getting through. Goes right into the hands of Leo Roman, that ball. Now Leo Roman telling his team to go up forward. Muriqi asking for it. Goes to Mateo Joseph. He can't make anything from it. Pablo Torre gets the ball. Mastantuoso goes down. The referee didn't blow his whistle. Here's Tony Lato. Trying to play through ball to Tony Lato. Trent was there to deal with it. They try and break him quickly into Mbappe. But the pass just isn't accurate enough. Here's Kumbuya. Tony Lato trying to bring it down. Here's Muriqi. He gives it to Darder. Sergi Darder into Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre decides to play it on to Tony Lato down that left-hand side. Tony Lato, Kumbuya, back to Tony Lato, back to Kumbuya. Pablo Torre. Real Madrid now finally with a bit of possession of the ball, just holding on to it. Martin Valgent to Mateo Jaume. Mateo Jaume tries playing a ball into Muriqi. Mateo Joseph almost through there. And what a ball that was there by Vedan Muriqi to play into Mateo Joseph. Just a bit too much pace on it, but what a lovely effort that was there from Real Mallorca. Now here's Mbappe trying to take the shot off. It's blocked. Pablo Torre ends up getting it. He plays into Muriqi. Back to Pablo Torre. It's good play there from Muriqi. Pablo Torre looking for options. He doesn't rush it forward. They just slow down the play, Real Mallorca, and wait for everyone to get in position. Now Muriqi tries playing it back. He ends up losing it there, Muriqi. Trying to play it into Vinicius. Mastantuoso. The pass, it's not good enough. Now Mateo Jaume taking it forward. It's Darder. Darder trying to put that cross into the second post into Muriqi. It's a poor cross there by Sergi Darder. Far too much height on that cross, and it's a shame. Can't make the most of those. Needs to be doing better than that there, Sergi Darder. There was that header there from Muriqi, almost into Mateo Joseph, so close. Lovely effort there from the two strikers. Now Real Mallorca. Martin Valgent, the man who scored last time out here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, starting out here today as one of the main centre backs for Real Mallorca as always. Now Tony Lato flicking up and hitting up forward, not quite sure what he's trying to do there. Looks a bit frustrated maybe. Either way, Real Madrid to take the throw in now. Playing it into Huijsen. Huijsen out to Carreras. Carreras into Arda Güler. Arda Güler into Mbappe. Now Mbappe can take it forward. Playing out to Carreras. Back to Vinicius. Arda Güler to Carreras. Trying to play through ball to Mbappe. But Antonio Rayo was on his toes and he saw it coming. Good defending there by Real Mallorca. Real Mallorca, good ball into Manu Morlanes. It's Pablo Torre. He's going to play a lovely little ball there into Martin Valgent. Now Real Mallorca have a bit of room to take it forward. Mateo Jaume tries putting in the cross into that second post. Just can't get on Muriqi's head, but it's a good effort. Now Mateo Jaume into Manu Morlanes. Tony Lato tries keeping it in play, but he just slips. Can't keep the ball in play. Now there he is. The new signing for Real Mallorca, warming up there on the sidelines. Jan Virgili, the player that Real Mallorca have just signed from Barcelona's under-19 academy. Known as quite a big star actually at that Barcelona side. Now here's Vinicius Jr. to take it forward. Plays into Mbappe. Mbappe out to Trent. Trent out to Arda Güler against Tony Lato. It's Arda Güler into Mbappe, who tries to play it into Mastantuoso. Lovely little play there by Mastantuoso. Martin Valgen tries to clear it. Bounces off of Arda Güler. And it goes in the back of the net. And Arda Güler with his second goal of the matchup. And what an unlucky rebound there. I mean, how is that coming into the back of the net? Arda Güler ends up getting his second goal here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. But again, what an unlucky goal that was there. So unlucky for Real Mallorca. It just rebounds off of Martin Valgent and Leo Roman. Let's take a look at the replay here. It's a good ball by Mbappe into Mastantuoso. Mastantuoso, he does very well to skip past Sergi Derder. Then look at that. The save by Leo Roman is excellent. Mastantuoso does well. Leo Roman with a big save. Martin Valgent, he just tries to clear it. It just bounces off of Arda Güler. Then the rebound of Arda Güler bounces off of Leo Roman and it falls back to Leo Roman. I mean, it's so unlucky for Real Mallorca. So unlucky. It's just a bunch of rebounds. And what a shame to concede the third goal like that. As I think Real Mallorca, again, they've just been doing so well. It's such a shame to concede that way, Real Mallorca. But either way, Real Madrid lead here 3-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. And I'm not quite sure what the referee... Looks like he's checking something, maybe potential handball, but I don't think it is. He has his hands glued to his body, so I definitely don't think they're going to disallow that goal. I definitely don't think so at all. Either way, the referee is still checking it, just in case. The goal stands as expected. And what a shame for Real Mallorca. Such an unlucky goal. There's not much they can do there. And meanwhile, these players make the most to have a hydration break and have a sip of water. I actually believe the referee's still checking it. And by the looks of it, he's taking it to VAR. The referee's going to have to go to VAR to see if the goal is going to stand or not for Arda Güler. I mean, for me, he has his hands stuck to his body. I don't think I'd be highly surprised if it was disallowed. But either way, we're just waiting now to get the referee's decision. He did the square to go to VAR, and then he's still not gone to VAR. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. He said he was going to go check the VAR, and now he's still on the pitch. He is going to go to VAR to check it now. But again, in my opinion, I would be very surprised if it was disallowed. Now he's just talking to Xabi Alonso. Let's take a look at the replay here. To me, it just looks like his hands are stuck to his body, but the question is, does it touch both of his hands? The replay is just going too fast. I can't quite see. Take a look at the replay here. That one's going too fast. But either way, I definitely don't think... I'd be surprised if it was disallowed. But I believe what they're checking is to see if it hit both of his hands or just one of them. As it hits him here, and then it potentially bounces off of his hand, his second hand. But I'm not quite sure. I'd highly be surprised if it was disallowed. But again, as I said, it does touch his left hand on the rebound, which leads to the ball going towards the goalkeeper. And the referee's actually decided to disallow the goal. So the goal is going to stand for Real Mallorca. And I do have to say, I'm quite surprised by that decision. But I think the only argument is, it's because I think it touches his hand, and then it hits his other hand, and then it bounces away. But when it hits him here, I do have to say, I think he has his hand stuck to his body, so I'm definitely quite surprised about that decision. Very surprising. But either way, the referee makes the choice, and he's decided that that goal is not going to stand due to handball. So Real Mallorca again are still in this. Now here's Mateo Joseph trying to take it forward. He ends up committing the foul on Militao. Just stepped on his foot by the looks of it. And again, luckily for Real Mallorca, 2-1 here at the Santiago Bernabeu. 30 minutes left to go. And definitely still plenty of time to get the equalizer. Now here's Donilato into Manu Morlanes. Manu Morlanes playing a lovely through ball into Mateo Joseph. Donilato. Real Mallorca could have a chance here. Donilato into Mateo Joseph. What can he do from here? Mateo Joseph is taking on Tchouaméni. Tries to take the shot off. It's blocked. The rebound falls to Real Mallorca. Now Martin Valgent into Derder. Derder does very, very well to turn around. Mateo Jaume back to Derder. Can Derder make anything from this? He's free here. Derder takes a shot off, and it just goes out. And Real Mallorca were so close to getting the equalizer there. And what a play that was there from Sergi Derder. Look at the replay here. Sergi Derder, he just skips past his man. Puts in the low pass. I'm not quite sure who's on the edge of it. It's Mateo Joseph that's on the edge of it. And he just can't get the shot on target. And what a chance that was there for Real Mallorca. And again, Real Mallorca definitely still in this, putting in a good performance. Hopefully they can keep it up and look for that equalizer. Now here's Trent. Mastantuoso at the Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni to Huijsen. Here's Huijsen. He's going to play it into Mbappe. Back to Huijsen. Huijsen tries getting the shot off, and the rebound almost falls to Valverde. But Leo Roman gets there first. And what a match, what second half we're having so far. Good defending there by Real Mallorca. Very good defending. And we've had a very impressive second and first half by Real Mallorca. We've had a very impressive match in general so far. It's definitely been entertaining. What ball that is there from Derder into Donilato, switching it from one side to the other. Mateo Joseph back to Donilato. Pablo Torre helping through the middle. Donilato, he plays it back to Kumbuya. Here's Kumbuya. Into Manu Morlanes. Manu Morlanes. Playing it into Mateo Joseph. He does so well to turn around. It's Mateo Joseph. Tries shooting himself. But he ends up getting taken down. Maybe should have gone for the pass there. But either way, it's a good effort by Mateo Joseph. Looks quite hurt here, Mateo Joseph. By the tackle from Tchouaméni. Hopefully he is okay. And by the looks of it, Samu Costa is going to be coming on here for Real Mallorca. And Pablo Torre is going to be coming off. And what player he's been in this match, Pablo Torre. Definitely a very, very impressive one. And he's going to be coming off here in the 63rd minute, and Samu Costa's back from injury after he got hurt in the preseason. Samu Costa is another impressive player we saw last time at the Bernabeu. Now Derder putting the corner kick in, looking for Rayo. He does get his head on it, but not enough power, and it just falls to Courtois. Now Real Madrid potentially breaking on the counter-attack. Arda Güler tries to take it forward. He doesn't get the free kick, and he's, as you can see, not very happy about it. Now Real Mallorca have it. Taking a look at the replay. Doesn't look like there was a lot on it. He does hit him with his hand. Now here's Mateo Joseph taking it forward. It's good for Mateo Joseph. He tries playing it into Muriqi. Couldn't make anything from it. And Real Mallorca looking alive all of a sudden. Looking very good. Taking it forward. Mateo Joseph has been very direct in his offensive. It's been very good. Oh, what's this? By the looks of it, potential handball there. From that replay, I didn't see that. Samu Costa putting it into Muriqi. Muriqi gets it. Tries taking the shot off. Courtois saves it. Taking the shot off again. Samu Costa. And Carreras clearing it off of the line. And now here's Sergi Derder. He plays the ball into Mateo Jaume. He can't keep it in play. And what a chance that was there for Samu Costa. And Carreras just clears it off the line as it was going in. What a shot. What a save by Carreras. It was definitely going in. And Real Mallorca absolutely dominating this match in this second half now. Absolutely on fire in these last 5 to 10 minutes. And by the looks of it, Real Madrid are going to be bringing on Brahim. And Mastantuoso is going to be coming off here for Real Madrid. And I'm very, very, very impressed with this Real Mallorca display so far. I mean, taking a look at the replay there, what a shot it was by Samu Costa. It was going in to that bottom right corner, and Carreras just gets his foot in, just taking it off of the line. What a chance that was there for Real Mallorca. Now Mateo Jaume takes the throw in to Antonio Rayo. Ball's going to go all the way back to Leo Roman, the man between the sticks. Now here's Toni Lato into Samu Costa. There's plenty of time and space to turn around. Into Kumbuya, Toni Lato. Trying to play it through into Mateo Joseph. Claiming it went out. The referee didn't award it. Now here's Mbappe with a chance. Kylian Mbappe could potentially take it forward in the edge of the box. Trying to play it through. Good defending there by Real Mallorca. Now Toni Lato has it. Samu Costa into Derder, who brings it down very well. What? Derder, what a turn that is him. By there, he gets taken down, Sergi Derder, on the counter-attack. And it's going to be the first yellow card of the matchup for Huijsen for breaking the counter-attack. And Sergi Derder just is spectacular to get the touch and turn around there. What a match we've had on our hands so far. There's a look again at Samu Costa's shot. What a shot. A spectacular shot. And Carreras just clearing off the line. What's happened here? I didn't quite see what happened there as they were still showing the replay. But either way, Huijsen picks up the yellow card. And now Real Madrid have it. It's Arda Güler into Huijsen. Plays a nice pass there, Huijsen. Real Madrid could potentially make something from this. It's Brahim, plays it back. Now Valverde. Back to Eder Militao. Mbappe. It's Mbappe again. Mbappe's going to switch it. Try and switch all the way to Vinicius, but pass isn't accurate enough and it goes out of bounds. And there was a look there from the shot from Martin Valgent, a powerful one. We didn't get to see it because we were being shown a replay. But a good effort there from Martin Valgent. Now Muriqi tries to bring it down. Tchouaméni ends up getting it. And now here's Carreras. He's going to play into Vinicius. Now Vinicius with a chance, taking on Mateo Jaume. He skips past him. Going back again, Vinicius. Just gets caught up. He gives it to Arda Güler. Back to Vinicius. Tries taking it forward. He loses it. Sergi, they're there playing it into Mateo Joseph. Real Mallorca can break on the counter-attack. They decide to slow it down in the end and take it back. Here's Samu Costa. Into Valgent, to Mateo Jaume. Back to Valgent. Back to Mateo Jaume. And Real Mallorca just holding possession. It's Manu Morlanes. Out wide to Tony Lato. Real Mallorca doing very well in this second half. It's been so impressive. And I don't think anyone expected a second half like this. Playing a through ball into Kumbuya. Mateo Joseph ends up taking it. Kumbuya gets it, and either way, the offside flag has gone up. And I did expect it to be offside. I'm just not sure if Kumbuya was offside. Oh, look at that. Mateo Joseph was actually on. And Kumbuya wasn't. Now, by the looks of it, Real Madrid are going to be making 3 substitutes here. Looks like Rodrigo, Dani Carvajal, and Ceballos are going to be coming on. And we'll find out shortly who they are going to replace. Now Real Madrid switching it all the way out to the right-hand side. Taking the shot off. Leo Roman with a big save. As Brahim got that shot off. What shot that was there from Brahim. Very, very powerful. Leo Roman makes a good save. And now the 3 substitutes are going to be made. Arda Güler coming off for Ceballos. And then we have Vinicius coming off for Rodrigo. And last but not least, Dani Carvajal. And we haven't seen Dani Carvajal actually in quite some time, ever since he picked up his injury. And there he is, Dani Carvajal coming on for Trent Alexander-Arnold. And those are the 3 substitutes that are going to be made by Real Madrid. Vinicius, Arda Güler, and Trent coming off. Carvajal, Rodrigo, and Ceballos coming on. 20 minutes left to go in this second half before the full-time whistle. And Real Mallorca have been looking very dangerous in the second half. So far, a very impressive display from this Real Mallorca side. Now here's Leo Roman. Leo Roman into Manu Morlanes. Tony Lato. Playing it back. Real Mallorca not rushing it. Playing the ball into Muriqi. Muriqi with a good touch here to turn around. Now Muriqi into Darder. Martin Valgent. What can Martin Valgent do here? He plays it back to Leo Roman, who boots it up forward. Real Mallorca do end up keeping the possession. Now playing it to Mateo Jaume. What ball that is there from Mateo Jaume into Mateo Joseph to Samu Costa. Here's Samu Costa. He gives it back to Sergi Darder. Mateo Jaume again back to Samu Costa. It's good play here from Real Mallorca. Good build-up play to just hold that possession. Now it's Leo Roman. Those Real Mallorca players are offside. Rodrigo trying to take it forward. He ends up getting away with it. Plays it into Mbappe. It's Kylian Mbappe on the left side. It's Mbappe. Tries taking it forward. He goes down. Referee says no penalty. Didn't look like there was quite enough on it to be awarded as penalty kick. Let's take a look at the replay here. It's Martin Valgent defending him. Nothing on that. Definitely no penalty. I'd be surprised if he did award it. No contact. And I think even Mbappe knows that's not penalty. And now Leo Roman trying to take the goal kick, looking for someone. It bounces out of bounds. But it looks a bit Real Mallorca going to be bringing on Antonio Sanchez very soon. Just kicking it out of bounds. Real Mallorca not taking any risks. And Real Madrid have to throw in 14 minutes left to go now. Sorry, 15 minutes left to go. And so far, a very, very intense matchup in the first half and the second half, I would say. It's been a very good match in general for the fans and for the neutrals. Maybe for the Real Madrid fans, not so much. As I definitely think they've lacked. This Real Madrid side normally would look a lot better. I think this Real Mallorca side has been very impressive. And now Real Madrid taking the corner kick. Antonio Rayo clears it. It falls to Rodrigo. He can have a chance. It's Rodrigo. Good fake there by Rodrigo. Plays it to Mbappe. Mbappe tries putting in the cross into the second post. No one can seem to get on the edge of it. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick here for Real Mallorca. And now Real Mallorca have the goal kick. It's Leo Roman. But before that is done, Real Mallorca are going to be making two substitutes. Antonio Sanchez and Johan Mojica both to come on for Real Mallorca. And who's going to be coming off is the question. Either way, they stopped the play for a quick hydration break by the looks of it. So both of these teams are going to make the most to take a hydration break. And so far, very impressive display by Real Mallorca. And I even think that this Real Mallorca side most certainly deserve an equalizer at this rate. Again, in the second half, they've just been very good. The first half, before they conceded the goals, was definitely the best I'd ever seen them play, almost. So it's been very impressive from this Real Mallorca side. And still time for an equalizer. 14 minutes, almost 13 minutes left to go now, plus added time. Definitely still time for an equalizer. And even if they don't get it, they should be very impressed with their result today. Take a look at the replay here from the goal from Vinicius. He just fakes that he's going to shoot it on his right, takes it onto his left foot. He's got Martin Valgent in his way and Antonio Rayo, but still with his left foot slots it into that bottom right corner. It's an impressive goal there by Vinicius Jr. What a player he is. But again, this Real Mallorca side, defensively and offensively, been very impressive today. Defending Kylian Mbappe also very well, who usually is the goal scorer for Real Madrid. But today, he's not managed to get on the score sheet yet. And hopefully Real Mallorca can keep it that way. Now Leo Roman to take the goal kick for his side. And not long left to go now, so Real Mallorca really need to go for it. Romani takes the goal kick. Not Not forcing it, Antonio Raillo. Now Raillo gives a nice ball into Antonio Sanchez, his first touch of the ball. Muriqi giving a very intense pass back. Mateo Joseph, he gets taken down there. The referee tells him to get back on his feet. The referee, I will say, lets a lot of the play continue, which isn't usually a terrible thing. I do like it when referees let the play continue. Now here's Huijsen. I definitely think the referee's been fair today with both sides. I'm still even a bit surprised about that disallowed goal from Real Madrid. But again, I would have to look at it properly with the replay a few more times. Now Dani Carvajal trying to play through ball, but Johan Mojica's defending very well. He gets taken down by Brahim and by Dani Carvajal. And he gets the free kick, Mojica. And Dani Carvajal, what a legendary player he is for Real Madrid. 6 Champions Leagues with this Real Madrid side, and I mean, he's made nothing but history for this Real Madrid side and for the Spanish national team, of course, too. Winning the Europa League not long ago. Now Real Madrid take the free kick, try and give it to Muriqi. The ball's going to end up all the way back to Leo Roman. Now Manu Morlanes trying to play it forward. Samu Costa's gone down here. Claims he got hit by the elbow. The referee doesn't award anything. He does push him with his elbow, but either way the referee doesn't award it. Now Real Mallorca have possession of it in their own half of the pitch, and we just hit the 80th minute marker. So 10 minutes left to go plus extra time. And Real Madrid leading here at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium 2-1. Now Mojica to take the throw in. Johan Mojica trying to play it forward. Can't make anything from that. Here's Mojica. What can Mojica make from this? Tries playing it into Samu Costa. Samu Costa loses it in a very dangerous position. Mbappe tries to flick it on to Rodrigo. They can't connect the passes, and Leo Roman boots up forward. It's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for Real Madrid. And now Real Madrid have possession of the ball. It's Tchouaméni. Real Madrid, of course, they just got to hold in, not rush in, I'm sure. That's what they're going to do in these last few minutes, as there's not long left to go now. All they really need to do is hold on to the lead. Here's Huijsen. Passing out wide to Carvajal. Real Madrid patiently building their way up. But again, just not rushing at Huijsen with a risky flick there. Sergi Derder almost getting on the edge of it. Now here's Courtois. Again, Real Mallorca keeping their patience, not getting too frustrated. Now Real Madrid get the ball back. It's Rodrigo. He plays it into Mbappe in the edge of the box. Mbappe into Valverde. Valverde tries putting in another cross, but Martin Valgent gets a foot on it. Now it's going to be a corner kick for Real Madrid. And now there was 2 balls in play. That's why they had to stop the play there. And the referee telling Rodrigo That's going to be a drop ball, I believe, for Real Madrid. And now Mbappe, Valverde back to Mbappe, out wide to Rodrigo. Rodrigo trying to cut in and get the shot off. He just can't. He gives it back to Mbappe. Mbappe tries getting past Manu Morlanes, but he defends it very well. Martin Valgent trying to play through ball into Muriqi. He almost gets there, but Tchouaméni defends it very well. Now, 84 minutes in here now, so not long left to go, just 6 minutes plus extra time. So far, Real Madrid have been holding quite a lot of the possession the last 10 minutes. And it's going to be a free kick here for Real Madrid. Carreras does very well to get it, and it's in quite a dangerous position. Just looks like he gets taken down there. Carreras, looking at the replay. He just gets taken down there by Martin Valgent as Martin Valgent falls, trips him. And now Real Madrid have the free kick in a dangerous position with 5 minutes left to go. And awaiting to see the outcome of the free kick. And also by the looks of it, Real Mallorca are going to be making 2 substitutes very soon. Positioning the wall here, Real Mallorca. Looks like Mbappe is going to be stepping up to take it. Can Mbappe make anything from this? The goal scorer for last season in LaLiga and the goal scorer for Real Madrid also last season and even this season. Can he make anything from this? Carreras steps up to take it, and so does Mbappe. Now here's Kylian Mbappe taking the shot off. It bounces right off the wall. And it's going to bounce out of bounds. Antonio Rayo has his hands on his face. Looks like the ball may have just hit him. Looks like he is okay though. There's a look at the replay there. And now, by the looks of it, Real Mallorca going to be bringing on Takuma Sano for Mateo Joseph, and making his debut here for Real Mallorca, it's Jan Virgili coming on for Manu Morlanes and making his Real Mallorca debut. And what a moment for him to make his Real Mallorca debut at a match like this. And the Barcelona Academy player has been one to impress back at Barcelona, especially in that academy, in that under-19 team. He's been a very, very impressive player, one who stands out quite a bit in that squad. And a good signing by Real Mallorca. 3 minutes left to go, plus extra time, and Real Madrid just keep possession of that ball, not rushing it forward. And Real Mallorca, there's not much they can do. They maybe need to start to press a bit more, but they're keeping their patience. Maybe just waiting for Real Madrid to lose it. But again, with only 3 minutes left to go, they can just run the clock down. So maybe Real Mallorca need to start putting on the press a bit more. Here's Rodrigo trying to take it forward. He loses it. Now Real Mallorca finally have it. Valgent, he tries playing a through ball into Muriqi. It's just too much height on him. Real Mallorca have given the ball away almost instantly now after working hard to get it back. Now they're going to have to try and get the ball back from Real Madrid, and there's only 2 minutes left. And I've definitely been very impressed with this Real Mallorca side, and they definitely think they deserve the equalizer. So they really need to start to go for it. Now here's Huijsen, he plays it into Carreras. Into Valverde, playing through ball into Mbappe. Mbappe could have a chance. He takes the shot off. The rebound falls right to Ceballos, who tries taking it forward. It's going to be a throw-in for Real Madrid. It's good defending there by Johan Mojica. Now Carvajal takes the throw-in. It's Brahim versus Mojica. Brahim, he plays it back. Real Mallorca desperately trying to get that ball. Now they have got it. It's Jan Virgili. He takes it forward and he gets taken down there by Eder Militao. And it's going to be a yellow card there for Eder Militao. And a good play there by Jan Virgili, making his debut. Good play there by Jan Virgili to get the foul for his team. Eder Militao just taking him down there. Oh, good play there by Jan Virgili again to play it into Derder. Derder tries playing it forward. He just can't get that pass on target. Real Mallorca trying to put on the press, trying to get that ball back. And every time Real Madrid give it to them, they just seem to give it back to them. And now Dani Ceballos has gone down on the ground. Sergi there, he just tries to get the ball. Not quite actually sure if he touches him or not. But either way, the referee awarded the foul. 6 minutes have been added on. So Real Mallorca definitely have the chance. It's going to be a throw in here for Real Mallorca. And I think every Real Mallorca fan right now is biting their teeth. It's a very, very nerve-wracking moment for Real Mallorca, just trying to get it forward. Taco Massano tries getting the touch. He commits a handball. What a shame that is there. To give away the handball. Silly, silly giveaway, really. Now Huijsen takes it. Quickly, now the ball's gone out to Carvajal. Trying to take it forward, Dani Ceballos. He gets the throw in for his side. There's 5 minutes left here now. And you can already see some of the Real Madrid fans starting to leave the stadium, confident that their team has won it. Now here's Huijsen playing it into Carreras. Back to Carreras. Real Madrid just trying to take it forward. Kumbuya gets it back for Mallorca. Samu Costa trying to play the back heel. Samu Costa maybe should have passed it there forward. Now here's Mbappe breaking forward. Real Mallorca do very well to defend it. Muriqi gets there on time. Now he's holding it. He's not got much help. Sergi Derder into Taco Massano. Samu Costa. It's a good play here by Real Mallorca. Johan Mojica overlapping him. He doesn't give it to him. Now here's Mojica. He tries putting in the cross. Not enough accuracy on that. And Huijsen is given a corner here to Real Mallorca. And what could come from this? Who knows? There's 3 minutes left. And Real Mallorca have a corner kick. And what could come from this corner kick now? Muriqi with his 2 hands up, asking for it again. Now Sergi Derder, he puts in the cross. Falls to Samu Costa, he gets the touch. It's Samu Costa, and he just can't get the shot off. And what a chance that was there for Samu Costa. The Referee blew his whistle as Antonio Rayo commits a very, very silly foul there on Brahim. There's just no need for that. And now Courtois has the free kick, and they're going to take their time, not rush it. Jacob Arrasate very, very frustrated, as you can see. Now only 2 minutes left to go in this matchup. By the looks of it, Real Madrid are going to be making a substitute. Gonzalo coming on for Kylian Mbappe. And that number 16 Gonzalo comes on. Kylian Mbappe comes off. And now Real Mallorca, 2 minutes left to go. Can they make anything from this work? Courtois, he takes the goal kick. Antonio Rayo heads on forward. There's Moriki looking for it. Hodgson heads it forward. Mojica, and everyone's just heading the ball. Mojica tries to get it, claims he got fouled. The referee doesn't award anything. Now here's Dani Carvajal. Switching all the way out to the right-hand side into Rodrigo. It's Rodrigo. Plays into Tchouaméni. To Hodgson. Here's Valverde. Into Rodrigo again. It's good play here by Real Madrid. Samu Costa clears it. Takuma Sano gets there. Tries playing it up forward. The ball goes out of bounds, and I'm not quite sure if it's a goal kick or a corner. Takuma Sano does well there to beat his man Carreras. And it is going to be a goal kick for Real Mallorca. They take it quickly. Mojica playing a lovely through ball into Jan Virgili, who tries to take it forward. And somehow, I thought it was a corner kick, but it's been awarded a goal kick. And what a chance that was there for Jan Virgili to get the equalizer for his team. And somehow the ball's gone out for a goal kick. And the 96th minute hits, and by the looks of it, that's going to be it. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. And what a shame for Real Mallorca to not get the victory there, to not get the equalizer there. It was such a close game, and what a good performance that was there from Real Mallorca. I do have to say, the performance from Real Mallorca was absolutely astonishing. I mean, in the first half, they were just absolutely dominant. They were looking so good. They got the first goal, and they were still looking very good. And then, out of nowhere, Real Madrid, they get the equalizer, and then within the space of about 1 or 2 minutes, they get another goal. And I just think Real Mallorca, they did drop their heads a little bit around the end of that first half. But going back into the second half, it was very impressive from Real Mallorca. And it's a shame that they couldn't get the equalizer. It really is. But, very, very, very impressive performance. I would be very happy with my team if I was the manager. Again, it could have been avoided losing out here today by Real Mallorca. It really could have. Because, their mistakes, those goals, in the second goal, in the Vinicius goal, Mateo Jama, he just loses it in the midfield position, in the place where you can't be losing it, and they break instantly on the counterattack. And in the first goal, the pass into Hodgson, it needs to be cut out by someone. Mateo Jama is not on the same height as Hodgson, so it's unfortunate. But either way, they're goals that could have been avoided. But either way, I just think it was an absolutely brilliant performance there by Real Mallorca. I was just very, very impressed. I think it was good. Despite the result, despite Real Mallorca not managing to get any type of points out of this matchup, look at the team you're playing, look at the stadium that you're playing at. I'd still be very, very happy with what they got. And then, I'm going to look at the Real Madrid squad here, and then we're going to talk about the Real Mallorca squad. But let's start here right now with this Real Madrid squad. I mean, if I look at this Real Madrid squad, in general, none of them really, I don't think anyone stood out in that Real Madrid squad, I think Mbappe, he's their maximum goal scorer last season, right? He's the maximum goal scorer of the league last season. He's a very, very impressive player. But, in this matchup out here today, you didn't really see him. He was there, he was good, but, they defended him very well. I think Vinicius, of course, he got that lovely goal. But apart from that, I definitely think Mateo Jaume defended him very well. And in this Real Madrid squad, I think as a team they played decent, but they definitely weren't at their best. And we've seen this Real Madrid squad do far, far better. But again, I wasn't very impressed with anyone in general. I guess Vinicius was maybe the best player in this Real Madrid squad, or Huijsen actually, I think was very impressive defensively. He was very good, he was very solid. He even gave the assist to the goal, so Huijsen was very impressive. And then on the bench for Real Madrid, I just think they did bring the energy that they needed to defend, but they didn't contribute much to the match. But that's all they needed, just to bring on a fresh pair of legs to help continue till the end. And then I think if we go to this Real Mallorca side, I think the defense, the five at the back today was very, very solid. I mean, only conceding 2 goals, 2 very unfortunate goals to this Real Madrid side really isn't terrible, especially at the stadium. I think the 5 at the back were good. I think Leo Roman did his job very well. He didn't, believe it or not, he didn't actually have to make any spectacular saves. Real Madrid didn't actually have that many chances. So, I just think he did good. He did his job. I think the 5 at the back did good. Mateo Morey, it's a shame because I do think, the first goal, Huijsen, the header to put in the assist, that's his man. And then on the second goal, he also loses the ball in the midfield, which causes Vinicius to get that second goal. So he's definitely had better days there, Mateo Jaume. But I think the defense in general is very good. I think Dani Lato did very good on the defensive and on the offensive. He was going up, he was helping the team attack, he was putting in very good passes. Then defensively, he was there too. Very impressed with Dani Lato. That midfield I just think is absolutely spectacular. I think the midfield is mainly what gives the key to Real Mallorca. Sergi Darder, Manu Morlanes and Pablo Torre, the way they would get the ball, turn around, switch it to another side, then go and get it and switch it back and play through balls. I just think that midfield is spectacular for Real Mallorca. And then up front, of course, we had Mateo Joseph. I think he did good, but I think he was a bit quiet today. He didn't have many chances. He was all right. I've definitely seen him play better. They are playing against Real Madrid at the end of the day, but he was all right, but we've seen him better. And Velan Muriqi, super happy for him to get the goal off of that corner kick. I think he's been struggling a bit of confidence, and I think that goal is going to help push him on a lot more. And apart from the goal, I think he was very, very good today. He gave on so many headers. He brought them down so well. In the aerial, he was an absolute machine. And he'd go get the ball, constantly go and ask for it. I think, Velan Muriqi, very, very good. And, I couldn't really pick a favorite for today because I just think the team performance was absolutely spectacular from Real Mallorca today. Some players were very good, some were less good, but as a team, just the performance in general for me was absolutely spectacular. So again, this Real Mallorca side should definitely not be disappointed out here today. The performance was superb. I think they gave their best performance possible. I think it was very impressive. I think if they put performances like that against other teams, they'd be winning every match in LaLiga almost. Again, it was so impressive. So despite not getting, a point and equalizer, despite not getting the victory, they still shouldn't be disappointed because, it was a very, very, very good performance. And for the Real Madrid side, on the other hand, we've definitely seen them better. I think if Real Madrid were at their best, they would have competed a lot more than they did today. I think that Real Madrid side today was a bit shaky. I'm not quite sure if because they have a few injuries or because when they play against teams like this, they maybe drop the intensity a little bit. But I definitely think, that Real Madrid side could have been better. I definitely think they were just a bit shaky, and we have seen them do better. one thing I do also want to talk about is the man who made his debut out here today for Real Madrid. It's Jan Virgili. You know, as soon as he came on, unfortunately, he only came on with a few minutes left, and in a match like this, it's complicated. But either way, as soon as he came on, you know, he got the ball, he made a sprint, and he managed to give Eder Militao a yellow card as soon as he came on. So, you know, very good start for him to the match. He was very good, very energetic, very fast. You can tell he's a player that really does have a lot of quality on his feet. And then the chance he had at the end, he almost had the chance to even get the equalizer for Real Mallorca, but he just couldn't make it work. But either way, you know, these things happen. But we didn't get to see much of him. But when he came on, I think he was very explosive. I think he was looking very good. And very, very impressed. Now, I'm just waiting to see if we are going to get the player interviews or not. So do not go anywhere if you do want to see that, because we're just waiting to see if we're going to get them or not. Hopefully we do get them very, very soon. So if you do want to see that, if you do want to see the words from the players, do not go anywhere, because we'll have them coming up very soon. And then we're also going to get the press conference from Jacob Arrasate. So in general, today, if I had to put it into words, a superb performance from Real Mallorca. I mean, there's not much more I really have to say about the performance. As a team, they were super solid. The way that they were playing from out the back, they kept hold possession of the ball, and they kept on switching around from left to right, from left to right. They did lose the intensity a little bit when Real Madrid scored those 2 goals, but either way, I think it was good. I mean, just take a look here at the possession, for example, from both of these sides. It's 58% possession for Real Madrid and 42% for Real Mallorca, so it's definitely not bad at all. And even at the shots, you know, Real Mallorca had a total of 9 shots. Unfortunately, not too many on target. And Real Madrid had a total of 17 shots. So again, it wasn't a bad performance at all by Real Mallorca. I just think at one point when Real Madrid got those 2 goals, they definitely started to take the intensity a lot more. But in general, you know, very good performance from Real Mallorca. I would be very happy with them. And quite a lot actually happened in today's matchup. If we do think about it, I think there was about 2 or 3 VAR situations. You know, you had Kylian Mbappe goal that was ruled out by offside. Then you had another Mbappe goal that was also ruled by offside. So Kylian Mbappe's had 2 goals ruled off because of offside. And then, of course, you had the goal ruled off by Arda Güler, which was a potential handball. Again, I still have to take a replay at that, because I'm not quite sure if, in my opinion, it was a handball or not. It did look like he had his hands quite stuck to his body, but again, I have to take a look at the replay on that to really see if it was a handball or not. So I will take a look at the replay of that after. But again, you know, I think Jacob Arrasate, I don't think he should be disappointed. He did look nervous all the time. He looked like he was frustrated. And who wouldn't be in a matchup like this? But I definitely don't think he should be disappointed with the performance. I definitely think he should be quite happy with that performance, because, again, it was very good. You know, especially, you know, they even almost had that chance in the end with Sergi Derdera, took it forward. It was in the 60th minute, and then he played it. And Mateo Joseph, he just couldn't get the shot on target. But, you know, those type of chances were absolutely excellent from Real Mallorca. And let's not forget the main elephant in the room, the main chance in that second half, which was that Samu Costa volley. What a shot that was by Samu Costa. It was absolutely flying into that top right corner, but out of nowhere, Carreras came out of nowhere and got the goal line clearance. I mean, so unlucky Real Mallorca to not get the equalizer. But either way, fair play to Real Madrid, you know, for getting the victory, for getting the 2 goals, you know. They didn't have the greatest performance, but they got, you know, the victory, which is all they need in this matchup in general. So fair play to them. And I also think that Carreras for Real Madrid is a very impressive player too in that left back position. You know, you could tell he really helped push their team on forward. And that Real Madrid side do have a very good team, but I just think they were lacking a bit of intensity out there today. Now, one thing we can't talk about for Real Mallorca are the substitutes, the impact that they made. You know, Samu Costa, Mojica, Antonio Sanchez, Jan Virgili, and Takuma Asano, I definitely think, apart from Gianvirgili and Takuma Asano, only because they came on in the 87th minute, they made a big difference. Samu Costa, Mojica, and Antonio Sanchez, they really did make a big difference coming on. You could tell that they were motivated, that they helped push the team on forward, and they almost even got the equalizer. Samu Costa almost got it. And then Gianvirgili, again, making his debut in the last few minutes, and I still think he was very good. I'm so excited to see more of him. And Takuma Asano was good too. He didn't really do much, but coming on the last 3 minutes, there's not much he could have done. Takuma Asano, I just think last season he struggled a bit with confidence and injuries, and hopefully this season he can push on a bit more, because I definitely think we're missing a lot from Takuma Asano. I definitely think he can be a lot better when he wants to, but we're still waiting to see his best version of himself. We've not yet seen that, and he is a player with quality. He is capable of doing it, but again, we're just waiting to see the best version of himself. Hopefully we can see that soon. And there is some players that we didn't even see come out today on the bench. I think personally that Jacob Arrasate made the perfect choices for the substitutes. I definitely think the players he brought on were the right choices, but there were some players that didn't even come on that we usually see. Omar Masquerade, Marc Dominic, those are usually two players that we usually see come on quite often. Dani Rodriguez, also a player we usually see come on. They didn't come on today, which I'm guessing was a tactical choice, but in my opinion, the 5 substitutes that Jacob Arrasate made today were, from my opinion, the perfect ones. So I think he did a good job on that too. And playing the 5 at the back formation was key, I think, for today's victory for Real Mallorca too. I think if I wasn't for that 5 at the back situation, they would have struggled a lot more, this Real Mallorca side. Again, still waiting to see if we're going to get the player interviews or not. Still pending on that. Any minute now we should be getting them, so do not go anywhere if you do want to see that. But until then, we're just going to continue talking about the matchup that we have had out here today. Also, one thing to mention, is the difference between the first half and the second half. In the first half, you could see how good Real Mallorca started off. They started off very bright. They got the goal early on in the 17th minute. It was Muriqi. And they were just looking very good. They were looking very sharp. They were looking like they were even going to score the second one. But I think as soon as Real Madrid scored that first goal, the header by Hudson, he heads it into Arda Güler, and all he has to do is tap it in the back of the net. I think, ever since they scored that first goal, Real Madrid, I just think they dropped the intensity quite a bit. I think their confidence was absolutely drained for Real Mallorca. And then after they scored that first goal, for Vinicius to score the next goal within the space of a minute is absolutely absurd. I just think they lose the focus completely. And then I think from them on till the first half ends, I think they lost quite a bit of confidence. Now we're going to have the words of Gianvirgili. Jan, how do you feel? You made the debut at Bernabeu. Very happy. I'm very happy I came on. It was very nervous, but yeah, I'm still super happy. In the first ball, we already saw what type of player you are. Yeah, I took him on. I got the foul. But I just want to pour everything I can for the team, and I'm very happy. It's a shame, no, the match. The team was very good. We played very well. And we just have to keep on working so the results come out, and we have to compete against the big teams, which is cool. How's it been arriving to the team? It's been very good. It have been very nice to me. I'm really happy to be there. I hope it continues. Those are the words there from Gianvirgili, the player who today made his debut here for Real Mallorca, the player who was signed by the Barcelona Academy, by the under-19 team. As you can see in his situation, very happy with the team, very happy with his players. We did see the type of player he was, already with the first play. when he got the ball. You know, he's the type of player that likes to take on 1v1s. That's fast, that's pacey, and he has the quality to skip past these people in 1v1. So it's something that you really love to see, and I think it's something that Real Mallorca is missing. That type of player, that type of skillful player that can do these type of 1v1s and has a lot of pace. You know, they do have Mateo Joseph, who is a similar type of player, but I think he's more of a striker type of player, and I think Gianbrigidi is definitely more of a winger type of player to cut in more and put in crosses. And hopefully those two can link up very well by the end of the season, and very excited to see both of those two players on the same team. I think we're going to see a lot from it, and we're going to get some more player interviews very soon, so do not go anywhere if you do want to see that. We'll have them coming up very soon, but we're just waiting to see for confirmation if we are going to get them at the Bernabeu Stadium. And again, the two goals also I want to mention by Mbappe. I mean, the two goals he scored were the same goals, copy and paste. You know, the long ball by Trent, he takes a touch and he hits it on the volley. The two goals were exactly the same. They were very nice goals, by the way. Mbappe, he knows how to shoot. Absolutely brilliant from Mbappe. But unfortunately for him, you know, he had 2 or 3 goals, I believe, disallowed. Very, very unfortunate. You know, Real Mallorca did very, very well to keep an eye on him to make sure he was offside and to play the offside trap. Very, very good for him. I mean, he did have a total of 5 shots, Mbappe, and he scored 2 or 3 of them. So he's a very impressive striker. Luckily, Real Mallorca knew exactly how to deal with him today, and they did very, very well to deal with him. Now, still waiting to see if we're going to get player interviews. That is going to be the end of the live stream here for me. If you do want to watch the player interviews, you can stay on the live and watch them. Still waiting to see if we're going to get them soon, but that is going to be the end for me. And I believe you can get the press conference from Jacob Arrasate below, in the link below, in the video below. You can get that very soon if you do want to watch that. I'm not quite sure if we're going to get it live, not quite sure what's happening over there at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. But if you do miss the player interviews, if you do miss the press conference, you can get them on our YouTube channel. They will be uploaded, or they will be in the link below, so make sure to check that out. I've been your host for today, Daniel Armstrong. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a match it's been out here today at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, everybody.
Por eso lo decía Yagoba, es que el equipo no es el mismo, es que las ideas no son iguales, y ahí es un poco que se cierre el mercado. Ahora sí que vas a tener tiempo prácticamente, no llega a 2 semanas, pero prácticamente para trabajar con la plantilla más o menos cerrada, y veremos ahí cómo se va definiendo. Pero sí que es verdad que está compitiendo delante de sus posibilidades, y yo creo que se están viendo brotes y se está viendo un poco la personalidad del equipo. Luego, cuando esté el equipo más cerrado, verás más automatismos, más ideas, más cosas que permitan que el equipo pues esté más cerca de sacar esos resultados, que ahora está allí por ese puntito, ¿no?, que te sale a favor o en contra, que pueda salirle más a favor.
Oye, Sandro, te quería decir qué importante también es el hecho de que cuando arranque la liga el mercado de fichajes esté cerrado, ¿no? Al final, muchos entrenadores lo han comentado, Yagoba también lo ha comentado, ¿no? El hecho de que, claro, que al final tú tienes una plantilla y no sabes si va a ser esta, no va a ser esta, si vas a tener estas piezas, si no vas a tener estas piezas, si te va a venir algún jugador o no. No, lo importante que es cuando arranque la liga, pues tener ya el 11, los jugadores, ¿no?
Sí, ya lo comentamos incluso hace una semana, que yo te dije, para mí, y cuando tú me preguntaste, para mí el mercado se tiene que cerrar si hace falta un día, pero un día antes de empezar la liga. Que tú empieces la liga y esto es lo que hay.
Estoy de acuerdo contigo.
Que no puedan llegar 3 jornadas y ahora...
Sí, porque al final no sabes el equipo que vas a tener.
Claro,
¿no?
Incluso un equipo que ha empezado, y imagina que ahora tengo un delantero, ha metido 2-3 goles, pues me viene un equipo de la Premier, no es el caso, pero me viene un equipo de una liga ahora, etcétera,
sí, es así tal cual.
Pues se lo lleva. Entonces, claro, ¿qué haces? Ya no tienes margen de maniobra, no te da tiempo a buscar, no te da tiempo, puedes buscar un parche, una solución, y a lo mejor no te da tiempo de cogerlo. Entonces, que cuando empiecen las ligas, mercado cerrado, que hay tiempo de sobras para poder hacer las cosas. Yo creo que sería lo más justo, y hablo de todas las ligas europeas, el mismo día, y que las ligas incluso empezasen el mismo día, la misma semana.
Vale, pues mira, vamos a ir terminando. Tenemos a la entrevista grabada a Manu Morlanes, vamos a escucharlo.
Sí, ya estamos con protagonista, con Manu Morlanes.
están las palabras de Manu Morlanes, que prácticamente nos ha venido como anillo al dedo, porque estábamos comentando, ¿no?, el hecho de este inicio complicado de Liga, que él lo ha dicho, que no le ha perdido la cara a ninguno de los partidos, de los 3 primeros partidos que se han jugado, y que ahora, ¿no?, estas 2 semanas sin Liga, que al final pues muchos jugadores de los que no se van con la selección, porque creo que el Pirata Beda Muriqui se va con la selección, Mojica también, Jan Virgil y Jan Sales también se van con la selección sub-20, pero bueno, que Yagoba pues tenga un poquito más de tiempo, ¿no?
Claro, tendrás margen, pero para que jugadores se vayan integrando.
Eso es.
Y sobre todo, te digo, sabrás qué jugadores vas a tener, qué jugadores salen, si salen, qué jugadores entran, si entran, o si se queda la plantilla tal y como está. Entonces, a partir de ahí, a poder trabajar, a crear tu idea y que el que esté a muerte hasta el final.
O sea, tú la ves positiva, este parón de selecciones ahora mismo, lo ves positivo, ¿no?
Para mí sí, sobre todo porque el mercado está abierto. Entonces, cuando acabe el mercado vas a poder trabajar y vas a poder tener claro con qué vas a optar. Y a partir de ahí, empezar a trabajar con la que es tu plantilla oficial durante esta temporada para preparar de la mejor forma posible tanto la temporada como el partido contra el Español.
Se van a hacer largos estas 2 semanas, eso sí que es verdad, que nos va a ir bien para poder, como tú dices, ¿no?, los jugadores que puedan llegar, si llega alguno, o la plantilla que esté ya al terminada y cerrada, pues para que Yagoa pueda implementarles, ¿no?, sus ideas y que puedan ponerlo en práctica. Sandro, mira, para ir terminando yo te voy a ir despidiendo, pero antes te voy a hacer 3 preguntas. ¿Qué te ha gustado del partido de hoy?
Que el Mallorca no le ha perdido la cara, excepto en 5 o 10 minutos después del primer gol, que el Mallorca ha sido capaz de competir con ideas muy claras, minimizando la capacidad ofensiva del Madrid y sobre todo siendo capaz de estar vivo hasta la última jugada del partido.
¿Cambiarías algo del partido de hoy? Aparte del resultado, efectivamente, pero hablando en términos futbolísticos.
Ser capaz de mantener la concentración constantemente, porque y ha sido un ejemplo, una mala acción termina en un gol y si luego me voy 2 minutos, pues hemos visto lo que puede pasar.
Es lo que menos te ha gustado, podríamos decir, ¿no? Estas posiblemente faltas, desconexiones, que al final yo creo que en todo deporte pasa, ¿no? Esas pequeñas desconexiones a la hora de hacer una falta o algo más.
Claro, hacer una falta o simplemente no hacer falta, es decir, que el balón no se pueda acercar a tu área, que vaya muy lento, que se pare, que controles el tiempo del partido, que seas capaz de frenar el empuje, que ya sabemos que es un equipo que es muy bueno en las remontadas, muy bueno en lo suyo, que no se pueda crecer.
La última que te hago, ¿en qué crees que tiene que mejorar el Real Club Deportivo Mallorca?
Bueno, ser capaz de, sobre todo, esas ocasiones que cada partido tiene, de tener un poco más de eficacia, la acción esa, sobre todo de Mateo Josep, lástima la de Samu, pero que las que vas a tener, ser un poco, tener ese punto de eficacia, ¿no? Que la saque el portero, porque siempre están ahí cerca y, claro, evidentemente, si eres capaz de meter gol, pues...
Y ahora sí, elígeme un hombre del partido por parte del Mallorca. ¿Cuál es el jugador con el que te quedarías? ¿Qué más te ha gustado?
Bueno, aquí...
Hay bastantes. Es que yo creo que hoy todo y haber perdido el partido jugando en el Bernabéu, yo creo que hay bastantes jugadores del Mallorca que han jugado muy bien. Además, con
Claro,
mucho...
que yo te puedo decir, en defensa, Raillo
Venga,
ha estado bastante bien, pero por ejemplo yo me quedo con Murici por la acción valor-gol y porque luego también ha sido un jugador que ha dado oxígeno.
te quedas con Vedat Muriqui, ¿no? Eh, por el tema del gol, pero no y por el oxígeno que ha podido dar a la hora de venir a recibir, ¿no? En zona defensiva.
Correcto, y si no, si tuviera que elegir de campo, a lo mejor me iría... es verdad que la defensa está muy bien, pero yo creo que Sergi Darder o Manu Mordanes le han dado también mucho equilibrio al equipo y han dado o han controlado el timing del partido, lo mismo que Pablo Torres, lo que pasa que Pablo Torres es verdad que ha jugado 60 minutos, entonces sería un poco menos justo.
Pues Sandro se queda con Vedat Muriqui y voy a despedirte, Sandro. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros hoy aquí. Ahora tendrás esas 2 semanitas de descanso. Y también, ¿cómo te va con el fútbol base?
Bien, de momento, mira, la semana que viene arrancan todas las competiciones, entre comillas, Tira, actual no. Arranca lo que viene a ser el
Arranca, sí,
Mallorca B y
exacto.
arranca el Juvenil B. La semana siguiente arranca Juvenil División de Honor, pero me refería a que empiezan sí ahora ya las competiciones oficiales, sobre todo de los equipos más
Porque
jerárquicos, ¿no? Que
la
podemos
semana que
empezar.
viene arranca la tercera ref y la segunda ref también, ¿no?
Correcto.
Diríamos tercera y segunda ref.
Sí.
Hay también equipos mallorquines en segunda ref, hay que estar pendientes. ¿Y qué tal por ahora en el Mallorca B? ¿Todo bien?
Sí, el Mallorca B ha hecho un equipo bastante competitivo, está afrontando muy bien los partidos, está empezando a conocer bien los jugadores, los miembros se están empezando a dar sus frutos y yo creo que será una temporada que será interesante y que vamos a disfrutar mucho.
¿Tú sigues ahí en el B?
Yo estoy...
Estás ahora en de scouting, ¿no?
No, este año estoy de responsable de análisis, tecnología e innovación digital, entonces estoy con todos los equipos, desde el B hasta el Benjamín B.
Tienes ahí un buen lío, tienes trabajo.
Tengo un poco de todo, es verdad que ellos los pillo más de cerca porque paso más horas con ellos y el Mallorca B nos va a dar muchas alegrías esta temporada, igual que los juveniles.
Perfecto, pues Sandro, nada, lo dicho. Muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Y vamos a poner ahora, mientras Sandro se despide aquí de todos nuestros compañeros, porque ya son las 12, ¿eh? Son las 12 ya aquí. Nuestros compañeros aquí, los técnicos están aguantando como titanes, ahí está. Toda la derrota, porque siempre cuando se pierde se hace duro el postpartido, se hace mucho más duro el postpartido, pero nosotros seguimos aquí aguantando. Por lo tanto, mientras esperamos el último protagonista, tenemos las palabras del técnico Yago Barrasate. Hace nada, un ratito grabado en los micrófonos de nuestro compañero Damián. Vamos a escuchar el mister.
Sí, ya estamos con el primer protagonista, con Yago Barrasate. ¿Qué tal, mister? Muy buenas.
Buenas.
¿Qué sensación te deja el partido de hoy? Porque es verdad que es una derrota, pero una nueva gran imagen del equipo.
Sí, creo que es una pena, ¿no? Porque en los últimos 10 minutos del primer tiempo se nos ha ido el partido. Creo que estábamos bien, hasta el empate de ellos y con el empate, no sé, creo que nos hemos hecho pequeños ahí. En un minuto nos han hecho 2 goles y nos han podido hacer alguno más. Y luego me ha gustado mucho la reacción del equipo en el segundo tiempo, con personalidad. Hemos tenido un par de ocasiones muy claras. Hemos estado ahí en el partido hasta el final y es una pena porque creo que el esfuerzo que ha hecho el equipo hoy, pues bueno, yo creo que hemos estado cerca de puntuar, que para nosotros era importante.
Destacabas en la previa que era una de las dificultades del partido es generar peligro al Real Madrid. El equipo lo ha hecho, no solo ha marcado gol, que también, que ha sido el primer equipo que lo ha hecho, sino que ha generado mucho peligro.
Sí, si tú ves los 2 primeros partidos del Real Madrid, prácticamente no ha concedido ninguna ocasión y hoy creo que aparte del gol hemos tenido 2 o 3 ocasiones claras y estoy contento con el partido que hemos hecho en ataque, pero a nivel defensivo hemos cometido algún error y normalmente contra este tipo de equipos pues eso se paga.
Pese a este balance de un punto en estos 3 primeros partidos, la imagen del equipo no es mala, ¿no? Yagoba, ¿qué sensación te dejan estos 3 primeros partidos?
Bueno, quiero pensar que vamos creciendo. Hemos jugado en un escenario difícil, con otro dibujo, la gente creo que ha respondido muy bien y bueno, ahora necesitamos cerrar el mercado, centrarnos única y exclusivamente en los que nos quedamos y preparar bien ese partido de Cornellá, que bueno, es jornada 4, pero necesitamos sumar y bueno, si seguimos en esta evolución creo que los resultados llegarán.
Gracias.
Vale, a vosotros.
Ahí están las palabras del técnico Yago Barrasate, ¿no? Explicando lo importante que es este parón de selecciones para poder preparar el próximo partido en Cornellá. Partido complicado ante un Español que la verdad que ha arrancado la liga muy bien estas 2 jornadas. La primera disputaba ante el Atlético de Madrid ganando por 2-1 el Español. La segunda jornada empataba 2-2 ante la Real Sociedad. Y juega mañana ante Osasuna a las 7:30, por lo tanto un Español que es verdad que ha arrancado también, no tenía un inicio fácil y el Español también ha arrancado muy bien. El próximo rival, el Mallorca, después del Español, cuando hablábamos ya de próximos rivales, ya en plan septiembre prácticamente, porque en nada, la semana que viene ya estamos a septiembre. Tenemos estas 2 semanas que Sandro comentaba que es verdad que el equipo y Yagoba lo van a agradecer porque hay este parón y los jugadores pueden centrarse en términos y cosas que... Ahí están mis compañeros atentos a todo lo que yo estoy hablando, porque como podéis ver, en septiembre se vienen estos 3 partidos. Luego también se viene el Deportivo Alavés, la jornada 7 el 28 de septiembre, pero estos son los 3 próximos partidos. Lo que decía, que al final comentaba Sandro que le iba bien al equipo el hecho de estas 2 semanas de parón, a mí se me hacen eternas, pero le viene bien al equipo para poder trabajar los aspectos tácticos de Yago Barrasate, ya que hay muchos jugadores que recién acaban de llegar, como son Kumbula, como pueden ser también Jan Virgili, que prácticamente no lleva mucho tiempo aquí con nosotros, yo creo que no ha hecho un entrenamiento con el equipo y hoy ha podido disputar sus primeros minutos, pero le irá bien al equipo, le irá bien a los jugadores para empezar a conocer un poco más lo que quiere Yago Barrasate. Pablo Torre también, ¿no? Yo creo que jugadores que se terminan asentando aquí. Y lo que decía, ¿no? Que el próximo rival después del Español es el Atlético de Madrid, que yo creo que el mejor momento para enfrentarse al Atlético de Madrid sería ahora, la próxima jornada, sin tener parón de por el medio, porque el Atlético de Madrid, el conjunto del Cholo Simeone, es verdad que no ha arrancado del todo bien la temporada, y que el primer partido lo empieza perdiendo ante el Español, luego empata 1-1 ante el Elche y hoy ha vuelto a empatar ante el Deportivo Alavés 1-1. Por lo tanto, un Atlético de Madrid que no está del todo fino. Veremos después del parón de selecciones, porque ya sabéis que estos parones, pues luego un equipo que te marchas al parón y va mal, luego cuando vuelve va como un tiro. Vamos a ver cómo vuelve el equipo, también el conjunto de Iago Barsate, que un mes de septiembre un poco más desahogado, porque es verdad que este inicio de Liga ha sido un inicio exigente, ¿eh? Yo creo que lo comentábamos todos al principio cuando salió la lista, ¿no?, de los equipos que nos iba a tocar en la primera jornada, la segunda y la tercera, y la verdad que uno se le pone un poco mal cuerpo, ¿no?, cuando ve que en la jornada 1 ya es el FC Barcelona, en la jornada 2 el Celta y en la jornada 3 el Real Madrid, ¿no? La verdad que han sido 3 jornadas complicadas, pero lo que hemos hablado con Sandro, o al menos a mí, el equipo no me ha terminado podemos decir, a mí me ha gustado bastante lo que he visto. Es verdad que es un equipo aún por hacer, quedan muchos aspectos tácticos y muchas cosas que Iagoba tiene que implementar al conjunto, y a mí me ha gustado. Veremos también si hay alguna llegada más al Mallorca, si el equipo se queda así. Esto es otra de las incógnitas que yo creo que el lunes saldremos de dudas. Esto tendría que estar prohibido, es una opinión, ¿no? Yo creo que es importante, ¿no? Al inicio de la Liga, como dijo Iagoba, el hecho de que cuando arranque la Liga ya tengas el equipo hecho. Yo creo que es importante tanto para el Mallorca como para cualquier equipo, incluso los equipos de alto nivel como son Barcelona, Real Madrid. A todos les va bien, ¿no?, que cuando se arranca la Liga pues ya tengas el equipo hecho, ¿no?, y que no te toquen ninguna pieza, porque al final te pueden desmontar el puzzle perfectamente, como ha comentado Sandro, que te viene cualquier equipo de la Premier o cualquier otra liga, ¿no?, y se te lleva tu jugador importante y ya no tienes ese margen de maniobra, porque ahora mismo poder fichar a un jugador está complicado, el mercado está complicado. Por lo tanto, el Mallorca, que está haciendo un muy buen mercado, sinceramente, con Mateus Josep, Pablo Torre, Jan Virgili, Kumbula, yo creo que está haciendo un muy buen fichaje. Veremos, esperaremos hasta el último día, a las últimas horas. Ya sabéis que el último día es muy intenso a la hora de los mercados de fichaje, hasta el último minuto puede pasar cualquier cosa. Anda que no ha habido momentos, ¿no?, que en el último minuto ha llegado un facho, no ha terminado de llegar a la hora de inscribir a un jugador o fichar a un jugador. Por lo tanto, se verá. El partido de hoy en el Santiago Bernabéu ha terminado con derrota 2-1 ante el Real Madrid. Un Real Madrid que en momentos de partido ha sido superior al Mallorca, pero también hay que destacar que el Mallorca ha sabido sobreponerse en gran parte del partido al conjunto de Xabi Alonso. Un conjunto de Xabi Alonso que se ha reforzado muy bien este mercado de verano y que es otro equipo que está por hacer, con muchos aspectos tácticos que aún le quedan por reforzar al conjunto de Xabi Alonso. Dicho esto, vamos, creo que aún esperamos el último protagonista. Vamos a mantenernos en pausa. Estaré yo todo el tiempo dándole porque poca cosa hay más que repasar. Por lo tanto, vamos a hacer una pausa y enseguida que haya protagonistas, volvemos enseguida. No hay protagonista, pero lo habrá. Estará en el YouTube del Real Club Deportivo Mallorca, en sus redes sociales. Allí estará este último protagonista que Sergi Darder. Allí lo tendréis grabado, podréis escuchar las palabras de Sergi Darder y también estará la rueda de prensa. Nosotros nos tenemos que despedir. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que os habéis pasado por este directo, por esta retransmisión. Derrota del Mallorca, pero de esas derrotas que sales por la puerta de delante, que sales con la cabeza arriba. Por lo tanto, nada, muchas gracias a todos, muy buenas noches, gracias a toda la gente también que trabaja aquí, todos los técnicos de Frame que están aquí trabajando y nada, abrazo a todos los mallorquinistas, visca el Mallorca y nos vemos después del parón de selecciones. ¡Suerte!